if you can hear me or not. But, it's difficult, really, just trying to sum up what's happened in the last couple of weeks. World Cup.
Like one. One of the Commanders can also make an impact in this game outside of 5. Yeah, we always talk about Terry McLaurin, Skip, and Eagles 6.5-point favorites, according to ESPN Bet at home. Jason, thank you. NBA tip-off a little over a half an hour away. We'll see Anthony Edwards in action, just 5 threes, shy of breaking Karl Anthony Towns' franchise record. Timberwolves, Mavericks, underway, 7:30 here on ESPN.
Okay, guys, instead of getting WeatherTech, I saved a few bucks and got some cheap foreign-made floor mats. But they really stink, so put these on.
Really, Gary? Mom, I'm thirsty. Don't settle for cheap, stinky floor mats. At WeatherTech, we make our floor liners and cargo liners here in America out of pure, non-toxic American materials.
Dad, next time get WeatherTech. They don't stink.
I'm on it. Find out everything we have at WT.com.
Hey, my treat today.
Thank you. But I don't think they take that here.
Of course they take Discover. It's accepted at 99% of places.
99%? I didn't know that.
You're stuck in the past. Unlike me.
You look rad.
Discover's accepted at 99% of places nationwide. Earn cash back at all of them.
Let's go. Applebee's really big meal deal for $9.99. Size matters when it comes to our big classic bacon cheeseburger. Plus endless fries and drinks, all for just $9.99.
It's time to grow your business. Create a website. How? GoDaddy. Coding? Nah. But all that writing? Nope. AI. Done. Built.
Let's get to work.
Create a beautiful website in minutes with GoDaddy.
To truly embrace the fun life, you must learn to let go. Bienvenidos a la vida más fina.
Good morning. Congratulations. You won the Regional Realtor of the Year award. Whoa, we're hugging.
I thought I left my life as a hitman behind me, but now it's come back with a vengeance.
Marvin Gaye. Little spider monkey ninja got hops.
You can escape the sliding.
I'm never coming back.
Love Hurts. Rated R. Only in theaters February 7th.
Football season already, and not a satellite dish in sight.
I hardly recognize the roofs I grew up on.
Enough squawking.
Oh, great.
Y'all are whining while everyone else is watching nonstop football on DirecTV. Tell me, whose house is this?
Their house?
I think they're renting.
Listen. I know they get easy access to all this football. But you know what you got?
What, coach?
A crumb bum attitude.
Stream football. Or without a satellite dish.
Now drop and give me 20.
20 what?
Vicks VapoStick provides soothing, non-medicated Vicks vapors. Easy to apply for the whole family. Vicks VapoStick. And try new Vapo Shower Max for steamy Vicks vapors. I bet it feels like story is like no other. Your ring can be too. Find yours and save up to 35% off. Only at K.
This is an important game for both these teams.
Could not be any closer right between these two NorCal rivals.
Wolves, Mavs, Warriors, Kings on ESPN. Oh.
Huh? Nature sure is full of wonders. Red Bull gives you wings.
Force Factor Creatine gummies build muscle and strength, improve recovery, and boost cognitive function. Wow. Force Factor Creatine gummies contain 5 grams of clinically studied creatine monohydrate in each delicious serving. Search Amazon now for Force Factor Creatine gummies.
It's not about looking like you've got it all together. It's about feeling like you do. Make our new sugar for your everyday sidekick. Own your ritual your way with Liquid IV.
Check out this new life insurance policy I scored with Ethos.
How many weeks did it take you to get a policy like that?
With Ethos, try 10 minutes. 10 minutes. Yeah, just go to ethos.com and protect your family's future. The best part is there's no medical exam.
Check your price today at ethos.com.
Kevin and Gotti back with you. Must see SC last night. Capitals versus Oilers. Third period, Corey Perry slap shot. Now he'll score. Caps goalie Logan Thompson isn't happy. Let's see why. Something on the ice while they play develop. What's on the ice? What do you say? Those are nachos. He skated right over a tray of nachos. The goal stands, the arena crew cleaning up that cheesy mess, but he still delivers. Got us thinking about some crew-related distractions in 2020 Pelicans Blazers. Remember that during a dead ball referee Mitchell Irvin bumping into courtside server Katie Stevens, and there goes all the drinks. Irvin apologized to Stevens, the two sharing a moment on it. She went through it. And then this happened. My guy, Mark Sanchez, he was just hungry in 2009 during a game and said, "Hey, man, can you go get me a hot dog?" And he hot dog during a 38-0 win in the fourth quarter.
Extract revenge in Dallas against Kyrie and the Mavericks here. And then later, Steph Curry and the Warriors, they look to get back on track against De'Aaron Fox and the Red Hot Kings. In their last 16 matchups, these Northern California rivals are separated by just 1 point. And every point matters when you take a look at the Western Conference standings, right? Just 3 games separate the 5 through the 11 seeds, making tonight's rivalry games even more crucial. And speaking of rivals, look who we have in studio. Kendrick Perkins, back. Richard Jefferson is here in the building. Sinead Gumke, I won't make you.
No, we're friends over here. They're enemies.
Between these two. But I will ask you, Perk, we've officially crossed the midway point of the regular season. Who is the most surprising team? We just saw the standings, do you think, in the playoff mix?
In the play-in mix?
In the play-in mix, yeah.
It's the Minnesota Timberwolves, right? They're the most disappointing team, and the way that it's trending right now, they're on the verge of making the worst trade in NBA history, trading away Karl Anthony Towns. Right? This is a team that went to
NBA history.
yeah, the way that it's trending, the team that went to the Western Conference Finals last year, and you trade away a guy that you drafted number 1, a guy that showed up and showed out in the postseason also last year. And now you're in a nice spot. And everyone keeps talking about, oh, Anthony Edwards, he's not attacking the basket. He's shooting so many three-point shots. He has no choice because he's on the floor with Rudy Gobert and Julius Randle. And the paint is crowded. And again, I understand the money Karl Anthony Towns was making. They had to make a business decision, but they're going to have to live with it because they chose Rudy Gobert over Karl Anthony Towns.
Worst trade, that seems.
That's a lot. I mean, they're trending towards it. I mean, we had the whole Brooklyn Nets experiment where there were like costly implications with trades. So I'm not all the way there. I actually think that they're in a human position, the Minnesota Timberwolves, meaning what the New York Knicks are doing with Cat. That's accelerated for someone to join a new team, a team that was so ingratiated. We talk so much about their chemistry, and to be winning and hitting their stride the way that they are. Typically, we always say when there's a new trade, you give them a year to buffer and find things out. We know that this is not a complete roster. Also, Julius Randle, his usage is around like 25%. It's at a low since he was last in a Lakers jersey, like in 2017, 2018. So like you have to give them time to navigate. And what I do like in the midst of this trials and tribulations is Anthony Edwards' play. He's learning on the fly. You know, he takes criticism, but he's also leading the NBA in made threes. So they're still trying to figure themselves out. There's a reason why they made this move. I'm going to give them more time before I say they're the NBA's worst trade ever.
No, I
Welcome back.
vehemently disagree with you. I understand. I think, first of all, if you get the worst trade, I understand. He's coming off a defensive player of the year. When you look at this Minnesota team, you wanted to get kind of a hybrid. You added Dante DiVincenzo. So ideally, who was great last season. So you wanted to add him. So maybe that adds a little bit more space into the floor and gives you depth as a defender. Then Julius Randle, in my opinion, Julius Randle has been the biggest struggle. He hasn't really gotten used to playing the way he needs to, not the same way he did with the Knicks, and it's not the same way they use Karl Anthony Towns. So for that is a mistake. But for me, when I look at it, I also want to look at the young fella, Rob Dillingham. They get a top 10 pick, and normally a top 10 pick does not go to a very good team. Mm-hmm. So when you get that, and he's just now starting to contribute. So I'm looking at this Minnesota across the board as there are multiple people that are part of this.
And the reason that Karl Anthony Towns fits so well with the New York Knicks is because his ability to shoot the ball. Sinead, we're talking about arguably the best shooting big to ever touch the basketball outside of Dirk Nowitzki. It's hard to replace that. When you have that, you can't just give that up for some type of
a package of players that are pretty decent. If Dante was out there, I feel like they look.
He's been out there. They've been healthy. He's been healthy majority of this first half of the season.
Sure, but the last couple of games he hasn't been healthy.
The last couple of games, that's why they 500. That's not why they 500.
Look, speaking of health, they may have a real opportunity tonight because the Mavericks are just ravaged by injuries right now. A big reason they're still in the playing picture.
Me?
And the blows, they keep coming, guys. Earlier today, our Shams Charania reported that Dallas Mavericks starting center Derek Lively II has a small fracture in his right foot. He's expected to miss 2 to 3 months, according to Shams. Just brutal for the Mavs. They've lost 10 of their last 14 games since their superstar Luka Doncic strained his left calf. That was on Christmas. He's scheduled to be reevaluated in the coming days, but there still is no firm timetable for his return. So let's go out to American Airlines Center live with our Michael Wilbon. The Lively injury is just a huge blow here, Wilbon. How much of an impact is this going to have on the Mavericks, do you think, moving forward here?
Well, Malika, given the way Lively, just really slid into that role last year in the run and sharing that time with Gafford that they had on the way to the NBA Finals, it would look like a huge loss. And that's sort of the mood around here and around the team. I talked to Lively just briefly walking out here to the court, and he thought it was going to be something minor. I mean, he thought it was going to be something that kept him out a week or two and was stunned, and the disappointment is still just all over his face. And this is so fresh that he's not going to be out there, and talked about getting himself ready for the playoffs. And you realize, I mean, that's a ways away. He's almost certainly going to miss the rest of the regular season. And so where do they go from there? We know that with Luka and Kyrie, what Dallas can be. But Lively was so important to this team, particularly defensively, and the spirit with which he played. And now all of a sudden they don't have that. And, where do they go? Does Dallas all of a sudden, is it thrust into a situation where it is looking itself to the trade market? We know how difficult that's going to be for any team right now. But for replacing Lively in the immediate future, these next few games, it's going to be just all hands on deck and what they have here. And they were just trying to get it together without Luka. And now we don't even know when Luka's going to be reevaluated and how soon he's going to to make it back. So both these teams are in a struggle for very different reasons.
Yeah, no Luka Doncic tonight, no Derek Lively tonight, Najee Marshall and Klay Thompson all out here for the Dallas Mavericks. Michael Wilbon, thank you so very much. Michael mentioned the trade market. There is no hotter name on the trade market.
Look who's in the building. Look who's in the building.
Not anymore, Richard. We tell you why he is suspended again by the team after this.
Oh, I wasn't talking about him. I was talking about the person who's breaking all the news.
Sign up for Dash Pass and get $0 delivery fees on everything you need this season. Plus exclusive offers and insider fan experiences. All from Dash Pass, your door to all things basketball.
Families eat a lot. Good thing there's Dash Pass. Order groceries with Dash Pass and get $0 delivery fees on your order. So while you may feel like you're stocking the pantry 8 days a week, your wallet doesn't. Save more on groceries with Dash Pass. Start your free 30-day trial.
Spoons, they're out. Panera's new ciabatta dippers are in. Each melty sandwich paired with a perfect portion of soup is made to dip. Go for the French dipper or spicy chicken dipper. No spoon necessary when your sandwich is built to do the dipping. Only at Panera for a limited time.
Hi, Susan. Honey.
Yeah?
I respect that, but that cough looks pretty bad. Try this Robitussin honey.
The real honey you love, plus the powerful cough relief you need.
Mind if I root through your trash?
Robitussin, the only brand with True Source certified honey. When life calls for a little comfort, peanut butter M&Ms. We about to level. We about to level.
The next icon of vacations. Star of the Seas. Book today.
Hi. Play for an ultra?
Thirsty for an ultra?
Don't forget, there's ultras on the line.
I didn't.
Michelob Ultra. Superior light beer.
I bet it feels like your story is like no other. Your ring can be too. Find yours and save up to 35% off. Only at K.
Get your bet in?
Wait, how do you spell it again? It's G-R-G. That's Gorgeous. Gorgeous Alexander?
Man, try his nickname.
Ah. DraftKings Sportsbook search. Quickly find the players you want. Even if you can't spell them, we get you. So we got that.
You could just watch ESPN, but why not tap in? Tap into peak fandom. Tap into an entire world of sports.
Welcome back to NBA Countdown, presented by DoorDash.
Breaking news out of Miami, or staying in Miami to be a little bit more accurate, actually. Jimmy Butler has been suspended for 2 more games by the Heat, according to our senior insider, Shams Charania. Now, keep in mind, Butler had just returned on Friday from a 7-game suspension by the team for multiple instances of what the team was calling conduct that was detrimental to the group. So, Shams, what happened this time?
You have your hand up. So what happened here was, I'm told Jimmy Butler missed a team flight from Miami to Milwaukee.
Okay.
And he had plans to make this trip later tonight to join the team. But before he even got a chance to do so, Miami informed him to essentially stay home, that they're suspending him for this 2-game road trip in Milwaukee and in Brooklyn over the weekend. And this only continues this situation that we have, an untenable one that has continued to escalate.
If you're his teammate, Richard,
Look,
you want him back? Well,
no, it's not even a matter of teammate, right? At this point in time, we know that this is above our feelings. This is between Jimmy and the organization and Pat Riley. And I guarantee there's a lot of people in that organization that still fear Pat Riley, right? And so when they're looking at the situation, they're like, hey, that's between them. If Jimmy's here, we're going to support Jimmy. Jimmy led them to 2 NBA finals. They didn't forget that. At the same point in time, they recognize this isn't about his feelings towards us. It's about his contract and where he wants to be. That's a separate entity.
Okay, so we're 2 weeks away from the trade deadline. Things are just now starting to percolate a little bit. There was maybe from the outside looking in a seemingly small deal that was made last night, but it actually could potentially relate to all of this chatter about Jimmy Butler. What can you tell us about what the Suns did yesterday here, Sean?
The Suns turned their 2031 first-round pick into 3 future first-round picks, and that essentially gives them the ability to lock their next 6 years of the draft. So instead of having just 1 first-round pick to trade, they now have 3. They tripled their asset pool, and that's essentially, if they're going to go out and get a player like Jimmy Butler, you need to have a 3, 4, 5-team trade construct. In order to do that, you need more than just 1 asset to play with, and that was a lot of the motivation behind it. But there's no deal imminent as of tonight, from what I'm hearing. And this is something the Suns and other teams are going to have to figure out.
Well, it needs to get intimate. I mean, the point is, whatever it is, listen, at the end of the day, here's the thing. We know that the Suns need Jimmy. Kevin Durant wants Jimmy. Kevin Durant needs a dog around him. When he's had success, he's had pit bulls around him. Jimmy is a pit bull. Going back to the Heat point real quick, Pat Riley need to just relax, man. Pat Riley needs to go ahead and do what's best for the team and trade Jimmy. You know why? This is starting to be a ripple effect. This is starting to be too much on exposure. This is starting to be too much on the locker room. It's hard to lock in when you're dealing with a distraction and tension and beef between one of your franchise guys and Pat Riley. So he needs to hurry up and nip this in the bud. Put your pride aside. It's 2025. It's not 2006, 2007 no more, right? This is a players' league. Go ahead and get Jimmy up out of there.
But I don't think they need to be desperate. They need to be determined. This is all about getting the right trade for their foreseeable future. This is the same organization that had Damian Lillard dangled right in front of him, and they said, no, we want to make the right move. To me, when I look at the situation, they're already moving in the younger direction. A lot of their young stars in January leading in points and assists and rebounds. You're already seeing them come to fruition, whether it's Tyler Hero or Bam Adebayo or even their young rookie. Last, I'll say this. This all reminds me of Game of Thrones, right? It's a Game of Thrones. It's a dance of the dragons. That's what's happening. You have 2 dragons out there in Pat Riley and Jimmy Butler. And at the end of the day, I mean, it's going to be the guy with the bigger castle that wins. And I think the Miami Heat are the team that has all the cards because they're the ones that have to go and make a deal no matter how hard they press. And on top of it, they're incurring suspension.
Go ahead.
That's correct. Real quick. You said that Kevin Durant wants Jimmy Butler. Devin Booker wants Jimmy Butler. Bradley Beal has a no trade clause. Bradley Beal matters. What Bradley Beal wants matters here. Almost maybe more than what Jimmy Butler.
Here's the thing, Shanae, you've been in those locker rooms and you know what type of distraction this is. No matter how much, you don't want to walk into the arena every single day, getting on the plane or bus the practice facility, and having to deal with this if you're air exposure. And then my last point. Turn the L on. I'm back. You see Storms in this wet. You know what I'm saying? Get Storms. I've been trying to tell them to get to the you see
on people that I had no effect on.
The Heat is turning up in more than one way. On Saturday, though, we have a triple header for you on ABC. Nuggets Wolves, an NBA Finals rematch, the next chapter of LeBron versus Steph. But first, French phenom Victor Wembanyama leads the Spurs against the Pacers. That's in Paris at noon. And he had an exclusive conversation with our Brian Windhorst earlier this morning in France.
There's some people who are worried about the NBA right now because the star players, the face of the league, LeBron, Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, are in their 30s on their way out. Obviously, the NBA sees you as somebody who can fill that void. How do you feel about that opportunity?
I'd embrace it. I embrace it for sure. But I also keep in mind that this is not the way to approach things. Thinking about becoming the greatest of all time. This is not the way to approach things. For me, the way I approach things is making sure I'm the guy in the NBA today that works the hardest. If you take that day, January 22nd or whatever, I want to be the one who takes my routine the most seriously and does my recovery and everything. So, brick by brick.
Well, one of the faces of the league, Steph Curry, in action later tonight. Can his Golden State Warriors turn it around against the Kings? It's going to be a tall task against a red-hot Beam team. We preview that.
First time I feel bad.
They look tired.
things come in threes, like Dave & Buster's Eat, Drink, and Play combo for just $19.99, including one mouth-watering entree, a refreshing beverage, a $10 power card, and a whole lot of fun, which means you enjoy a delicious meal for under $10. Oh, look, that's 5 good things. Good things come in threes at Dave & Buster's with the Eat, Drink, and Play combo for just $19.99. Buy in-store today.
I'm an overpowered leaf blower, and I'm not exactly street legal. And if you don't have the right armor coverage, this could really blow your budget. Get Allstate, save money. Be protected from mayhem. Yeah, like me.
Guys, still working, eh? Take tomorrow off. Keys.
It's a top 10 clash in the jungle. I don't think we've ever heard anything like this. Chaz Lanier in the Bulls. Got it all. Bruce Pearl in the top-ranked Tigers. Auburn is having a monster year. 2 elite teams. 1 epic showdown. An ESPN Sonic Blockbuster. Tennessee Auburn. Saturday on ESPN.
Force Factor Creatine gummies build muscle and strength, improve recovery, and boost cognitive function. Why? Force Factor Creatine gummies contain 5 grams of clinically studied creatine monohydrate in each delicious serving. Search Amazon now for Force Factor Creatine gummies.
I'm certain it's level 5. Are you for Imprint certain? Certainty matters. ForImprint is your home for promo gear to wow clients and inspire your team. Check out forimprint.com. ForImprint, for certain.
At Granger, we know the ones who get it done wear a lot of hats. A hard hat is one. Problem solver is another. Whatever the job calls for, we're here for you. We're America's trusted source for industrial-grade products, with the scale and resources to deliver and the knowledge to help answer tough product questions. Because we know that hats change, but having access to real people ready to help, combined with fast delivery, never goes out of style. Call, click Granger.com, or just stop by. Granger, for the ones who get it done.
Just the idea that we can keep ourselves afloat and kind of make or break our season, to be honest, to keep it real. Like 6 to 8 game stretch can kind of define where we are going forward.
We are where we are, and we're fighting every night.
Anybody who thinks that I'm okay with just being on an average basketball team is insane.
The Warriors, they're feeling the pressure after a 12-3 start, and a big reason that they have cratered back to 500 on the season is the offensive side of the ball. They're 20th in offensive efficiency this season. That's tied for their worst in a season under Steve Kerr when Steph Curry played at least 10 games here. Now, to be fair, the Dubs have had to deal with several injuries. Draymond Green returned briefly this past Saturday, but has only played 3 minutes in the Warriors' last 5 games. And then you have Kuminga, you have Pajemski, also missed time recently. And then all of this has led to a 40-point loss, right, against the Celtics on Monday. That's the worst home loss of the Warriors since 1985, their second loss by at least 40 points this season. So it's been a little bit bleak in my hometown before, though, not quite like this since number 30 walked through the door. How dire do you think this is, Richard?
I think it is a tough spot because you also look at Kuminga, you look at the contract situations, you look at they've been trying to get a high-level player next to Steph Curry. So we've been seeing that. And then obviously you see the breakup with Klay Thompson. So all of this trends into a place of uncertainty for this organization. So when I look at Steph Curry, I still believe if you put the right players around him, can lead a team to an NBA championship, can make a team relevant at a very, very high level. And if you have one of those players, and there's only 5 or 6 in the NBA, it's LeBron, it's KD, there's a few, Giannis, there's a few of them. If you have one of them, you have to maximize this because this is the end of the Steph Curry era.
I have a follow-up question, but I talked to a couple of my friends in the Bay, and they're saying that like it seems like this is the most frustrated Steph has been because he's asked to do so much, especially with a rotating cast, with a number of players out due to injury, and they don't have solutions for that. They have a lot of needs, more than just one player. But Richard, do you think that this is the worst position we've seen since pre-championships for the Golden State Warriors?
Yes,
Yeah.
I answer yes. I mean,
Thanks, Richard.
because you look around the league, right? You look, Braun has Anthony Davis, Luka has Kyrie Irving, Giannis have Dame, Brunson has Karl Anthony Towns. When Steph is off, who do we have?
Yeah,
He's the only superstar in the league that doesn't have a Robin or a second option guy to pick up the slack. My point exactly. So, like, are the Warriors really trying to do everything in their power to make sure that they get somebody?
He didn't give him the sound, right? He said, hey, take slow roll it.
We don't want to do anything to mortgage the future.
I get that, but his sound is committing to them and signing the contract extension. That's all the sound you need.
Yeah. Again, if you look at it, the Russell Westbrook trade to the Lakers didn't work out. The Bradley Beal trade is looking like it's not working out. There's still there. We have enough history to say for if you're the Golden State Warriors, we want to be slow because whatever move we make will be the last big one in this Steph Curry era. And I'm not saying he's going to retire. He's at the end of his career. What I'm saying is 3 to 5 years left.
Right.
At a high level.
And when I talked to Steph last month, it was the first time I've seen him look his basketball mortality in the eye with the seriousness that he did in that conversation. And it's not going to get any easier tonight with their opponent. So it's time now for our boosted performance. It is brought to you by ESPN Bet Sportsbook. The Kings, they have been so good since Doug Christie took over. They've gone 9-2 in their last 11 games. They've gone a perfect 5-0 in clutch time under Christie after going 6-13 with Mike Brown. Their defense also top 10 in the NBA since making that change. Janae, how are they doing this?
Look, the Sacramento Kings made some moves, not huge moves, but power moves. And what is it? It all starts with their defense and their new head coach, Doug Christie, who already is four-time all-defensive with the Kings. So everyone knows his identity, and defense has led the way, right, Bert?
Yeah, absolutely. And look, a team is always going to follow their identity of their coach. Look at Sabonis right here on this play, jumping out on the screen. It wasn't the perfect blitz, but guess what? Look how he sprints back into the paint, right? Gets a body, contests, make him kick the shot out. Look at the closeout by Ellis. Look at that contest. That's to make you miss, not hope you miss contest. They get the rebound. They get out in transition. They went under Mike Brown. They was 25th in the league defensively. Now they're second under Doug Christie.
Yeah, you know what? You have to defend in the clutch, but you also have to score. And they've been doing it on both ends, largely to one player. His name is DeMar, and he's a killer. And what I love right here is look at him get into his bag. Once he has a toe on the three-point line, that is his range. That's his money shot. He pivots one-on-one, is able to really help them get wins in clutch time. And look at this. Most clutch time field goals amongst NBA players. De'Aaron Fox, the inaugural winner of the Clutch Player Award. You've got DeMar at number 3, and then you've got MVP, perennial MVP on this list. 2 out of the 3 most clutch players when it comes to field goals belong to the Sacramento Kings. So, Malika, they're doing it on both ends.
Yeah, light the beam, as they're saying in Sacramento. Hey, get rewarded with a $5 bonus.
Yeah, you acting different.
Yeah,
there you
right.
go. When you make it to positive $25 or more at ESPN Bet Sportsbook, download the app, sign up, deposit with promo code REBOUND to get started today. So after Anthony Edwards took a little bit of criticism for that final shot in his last outing, what does he have in store for us tonight against the shorthanded Mavericks? We take a look after this.
NBA Countdown, presented by DoorDash, is brought to you by Wingstop. Bring the flavor.
Advil liquid gels are faster and stronger than Tylenol rapid release gels. Also from Advil, Advil Targeted Relief, the only topical with 4 powerful pain-fighting ingredients that start working on contact and lasts up to 8 hours.
Staying in doesn't mean you can't go all out. More wings, more flavor, more bangs for your buck. The boneless meal deal from Wingstop. 20 wings and 4 delicious flavors for just $16.99. Order now at wingstop.com.
I have 10 years of experience.
This job requires a college degree. Any degree.
Indeed matches you with jobs that actually match your experience. And what was your major?
Dance.
Oh,
What the biggest companies deliver is an exceptional customer experience. What makes it possible is unmatched connectivity and 5G solutions from T-Mobile for Business. T-Mobile connects 100,000 Delta Airlines employees, powers Tractor Supply stores nationwide with reliable 5G business internet, and partners with PGA of America on game-changing innovation. This is how business goes further with T-Mobile for Business.
I bet it feels like your story is like no other. Your ring can be too. Find yours and save up to 35% off. Only at K.
Get your bet in?
Wait, how do you spell it again? It's G-R-G. That's Gorgeous. Gorgeous Alexander?
Man, try his nickname.
Ah, DraftKings Sportsbook search. Quickly find the players you want. Even if you can't spell them, we get you. So we got them. Hi. Play for an ultra?
Thirsty for an ultra?
Don't forget, there's ultras on the line. Woo! I didn't.
Michelob Ultra. Superior light beer.
Legends collide. Tiger versus Rory. Global star power versus elite superstars. Same sport, different arena. Get ready for an epic showdown. Monday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern on ESPN. Jupiter Lanes versus Boston Common Golf. This is TGL, presented by SoFi. Keep up, it's golf.
Kyrie, to me, he's the greatest point guard. Anytime he gets going, it's tough to stop him.
Next generation, they challenge us to be those heroes that they saw growing up.
He knows he's my favorite point guard of all time. It's always a battle.
We're all nice and talking, but I'm trying to rip hearts out, man.
Welcome back to NBA Countdown, presented by DoorDash.
Isn't it fun when your idols become your rivals? Well, that's what's happened with Anthony Edwards and Kyrie Irving. Who has the edge in this one?
I'm going to go with Dallas at the crib. I'm going with Kyrie Irving and the Dallas Mavericks. I think the role players will play better at home.
Even though they're missing a number of their players, I'm going with the T-Wolves, especially bouncing back. Yeah. I mean,
that means Richard gets to play tiebreaker.
Okay. How much time do we have? 30 seconds?
15.
Okay, listen. Oh, okay.
Don't give him a solo shot.
Look, this is what I'm going to say. I think both teams are going to play hard.
Oh, gosh.
What? But tonight, I truly believe that Minnesota is going to give a great effort while Dallas comes out with the victory.
I really appreciated the suspense that you pulled out of that one. It's a good thing we're going to be back on the other side of this courtside segment. But it is time to get you out to Dallas. Mike Breen has the call with Jay Billis and George Sedano. Mike Breen, take it away.
Mike Breen's there?
Blake and thank you. Welcome, everyone, to Dallas, Texas. Like a lot of cities across the country dealing with some winter blasts. But tonight at the American Airlines Center, it's rivalry week, a rematch of last year's Western Conference Finals. Mavs and T-Wolves. Both teams, though, struggling right now. As we welcome you to NBA Courtside, presented by DoorDash. Currently, Dallas 7th in the West, but they're 1-4 in their last 5 games, trying to survive with Doncic missing his 14th consecutive game tonight. Minnesota 9th in the West, 2-4 in their last 6 games, trying to get back to last year's level when they made it to the conference finals. And good evening, everyone. With Jay Billis, Mike Breen on hand, George Sedano with us as well. For the Dallas Mavericks, life without Luka obviously is not pleasant, as he's still out with that calf injury. But when you've watched this team recently, you still feel they can be as dangerous as they were last year. I think they can be better than they were last year. Obviously, it's a different West than it was last year. Oklahoma City's better. It doesn't mean they're going to make the finals again when fully healthy. But fully healthy is not in the picture tonight for the Dallas Mavericks. So they're going to be leaning heavily on Kyrie Irving. And in the game, Luka Doncic was injured on Christmas Day. Irving had 39 points against these Minnesota Timberwolves, coming off a 33-point game against Charlotte. But P.J. Washington, Daniel Gafford, Quentin Grimes, they're going to have to step forward and have big games.
Just have to keep their head above water until get some key players back. With the latest on that, let's check in with George. Hey, George.
Hey, Mike, how are you? Now, let's get an update on that injury situation, particularly with Luka Doncic. The Mavs are 4-9 in the 13 games that he hasn't played, but he will be reevaluated after that left calf strain he struggled from on Christmas and got injured with on January 25th. That's
Are you kidding me right now? The Dallas Mavericks, Western Conference champions, 4 games to 1.
NBA Courtside on ESPN is presented by Dash Pass, your door to all things basketball.
Families laugh, families love, families eat a lot. Good thing you got that Dash Pass membership. With Dash Pass, you get $0 delivery fees on grocery orders. So while you may feel like you're stocking your pantry 8 days a week, your wallet doesn't. Save more on groceries with Dash Pass. Start your free 30-day trial. So if wallets can feel, does that mean they also laugh and love?
We follow pizza drivers, make sure the customers get a Pepsi.
Is that legal?
It's a gray area.
That's the perfect combo. Football fans know the biggest game of the year isn't really about the game, it's about the snacks. At ESPN, we snack on Sundays like it's our job. Except Orlovsky, he's got some strange food takes, but that's okay. More snacks for us.
Some people just know they can save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like you know to check your spelling first before taking off your shirts.
Virginia.
Yeah, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds.
Hey, what's up? I'm the W.
You're in good hands with Allstate.
Hey.
Come see the Royal Caribbean.
The average dog only lives to be 10. At the Farmer's Dog, we don't think that's long enough. That's why our food comes in personalized portions. Because a dog at a healthy weight can live a longer, happier life.
Naturello has organic broccoli, blueberries, and carrots.
Ours has polyethylene glycol.
Vitamin E from sunflowers,
Red 40 Lake.
which is another way of saying artificial coloring. Naturello whole food multivitamins, available on Amazon and naturello.com.
I guess I'm not the easiest person to please. I like things just right. That's why I love Redfin's home recommendations. They know what I want even before I do. A home that's just right.
Yes. Yes.
Welcome back to NBA Courtside, presented by DoorDash.
Hey, welcome inside our Los Angeles studio. Chiney Agumake, Kendrick Perkins, Richard Jefferson. I'm Malika Andrews. We have a rematch here of the Western Conference Finals that ended in 5 games, of course, with the Mavericks coming out on top. They're shorthanded. We just heard Mike Breen talk about it. Down 7 rotational players here. But you guys have all played in these high-stakes games. When you're facing the team that eliminated you last year in the postseason, particularly when you know you could see them again down the road, how does this game feel different?
Well, there's a little bit of extra juice to it. One, obviously, you know nothing's going to change what happened last season, but you want to prove to yourself that you can beat them. It doesn't matter the situation. It's the jersey. There's also the tiebreaker situation, given how close these teams are. So it can come down to we have a similar record. You talked about 5 games separating 6 through 11. And so when you look at that, every game matters. And this is one of those ones where 2 teams that can match up, you put a little extra juice in it.
Mm-hmm. And then I'm looking at the matchup of Anthony Edwards and Kyrie Irving, because Anthony Edwards called for Kyrie Irving last year in the postseason. Yep. Kyrie Irving sunned him. You know what I mean? So every time you want to see this matchup, because Kyrie definitely go have it on his mind tonight.
Yeah, and I think especially on both sides, there's equal motivation. One team, the Dallas Mavericks, is definitely, shorthanded. And so they can walk into this and say, hey, guys, we can prove to them that we can beat them again. And then on the other side, you want to show that you're still that team that has upward mobility. I think this season, the Timberwolves have, I guess you can say, underachieved. But now, the way you start building that case that you're better than what you were is by winning games like this. And so this is a good opportunity for both sides, even though I do see kind of the T-Wolves having more firepower tonight.
Right.
A little bit. Just a wee bit more firepower.
Well, the Boston Celtics have a ton of firepower. And so we talk about them as maybe even a shoe-in, although the Cavaliers may have something to say about that, the Knicks as well. Repeating, going back to the NBA Finals, it doesn't feel like we're having the same conversation about the Mavs. What can they do outside of even just tonight to have us talk about them that way as well?
Well, one, they got to get healthy, I think, but 2, again, they got to make sure, guys like Klay Thompson keep their, confidence up. Guys like PJ Washington is still there with his confidence high. They'll be fine, be able to compete with OKC.
Timberwolves, Dallas Mavericks, coming up after this.
Target made Good and Gather for you, helping you save on sparkling waters and tastes you'll love. Made with natural flavors in fantastic combinations. Delicious salads chopped and ready for quick, easy meals. And tasty berries frozen at peak ripeness, ready whenever you need them. Everyday favorites at unbeatable prices. We made Good and Gather for you, only at Target.
Have you ever dreamt of getting 2 of your fave Wendy's items for $7? Like a spicy chicken sandwich, Dave's single, or 10-piece nugs? Well, today's the day your oddly specific dream comes true. Pretty good dream. 2 faves for just $7? Gotta be Wendy's.
You got the ticket?
Vivid Seats, the only ticket company in the game that rewards you for buying. From concerts to sports and everything in between. Vivid Seats, official ticketing partner of ESPN.
Football fans know the biggest game of the year isn't really about the game. It's about the snack. At ESPN, we snack on Sundays like it's our job, except for Lofty. We got some strange food takes, but that's okay. More snacks for us.
Looking for a reason to try the new $5 meal deal at McDonald's? Here's 1, 2, 3, 4, and the price makes 5.
So 1.
Yup, the new $5 meal deal at McDonald's.
When 2 opposing forces meet, something has to give.
And we reminded them that we have to close out with defense. Mike Conley is on the same message to reporters and of course as well, saying that we have to start with our defense, but then find ways to be efficient and hit clutch shots. Michael?
Thank you, Leah. Bulls have had issues in tight ball games this season. That's something that they're going to have to figure out the rest of the way. Lead the NBA in games decided by 3 points or less. Good atmosphere here in Dallas, and as you mentioned, Jim Pete, earlier, as we get to your take, this is a big one.
It is. And so defending ISO drives without Luka Doncic, the Mavs have dropped in pick and roll game from the 8th most pick and rolls to the 28th most. And it's turned into Kyrie and Spencer Dinwiddie getting into ISO games. So Minnesota's going to have to defend ISO drives and then downhill decision making for Minnesota. And versus the high wall, Michael, in this series with Dallas, they've shown high wall against him. And, he was not good against that high wall. 0.49 points per possession in 7 high wall situations against him. So, and 5 of those were traps. So he's got to be able to play against pressure and then physical play. I mean, I just think that Rudy and Julius, this is an undermanned Mavericks team. Those guys have to dominate the glass, dominate the painted area. They really need to have a strong game from those two in this game tonight.
The starting lineup for Minnesota, 18 and 15 on the season. And the Timberwolves once again playing without Dante DiVincenzo. Meanwhile, for Dallas, they have 7 key rotational guys out of the lineup tonight. No Luka Doncic, no Klay Thompson. He has an ankle injury. Derek Lively II has a stress fracture in his foot that was announced today. He's going to be out the next 2 to 3 months. Najee Marshall, Jaden Hardy, Dante Exum, Dwight Powell. That's the list. That's a pretty good rotation as it is. I mean, that team would be pretty decent in the West. Just the guys who are out tonight for the Dallas Mavericks.
That means that Prosper is going to be able to get a chance to get the start tonight, and Quentin Grimes is going to get big minutes. Spencer Dinwiddie has been, a stalwart player both in Brooklyn and here in Dallas multiple times. So, and Kyrie Irving, is playing with a back injury that could be relatively serious. I mean, bulging discs are no small thing, Michael. So, to his credit, he's out here playing. And in the last 13, he's missed 7 of those games.
Rudy Gobert downhill, missed the layup. And here come the Mavericks the other way. That was a great setup offensively. Gobert couldn't finish. PJ Washington does just that on the other end. Conley over to Randall. Randall defended by Irving at the elbow. Picks up his dribble. And it is poked out of bounds. It will stay with the Wolves with 6 on the shot clock.
Switching defense for the Dallas Mavericks. I mean, they're going to switch a lot. So Minnesota calls it the red offense. When you play against a switching concept, you have to move the basketball. If Julius Randle gets fouled here.
As Prosper picking up the foul with Randall beyond the arc. So it'll be 3 free throws for Julius Randle.
Just got touching the bicep a little bit. It's just one of those silly potholes. You hate to see it if you're Jason Kidd, but
that's Rodney Dangerfield, just no respect. That's just a little tap on the elbow. This is Prosper, just a second-year guy out of Marquette.
I mean, that's taking up the touch a little bit too literally right there.
Randall had just 5 points in Monday's loss to the Memphis Grizzlies. 2 of 13 shooting from the floor, 0 of 7 from 3-point range. There are going to be nights like that. Certainly wants to get back on the right track at this ball game. Here in his home state of Texas. Down all 3 at the free throw line. 3-2, Minnesota.
That'll get you in a rhythm. Get foul shooting a 3-ball and knock down 3 free throws.
PJ Washington, good low post position, battling with Mike Conley, who wrapped him up.
Smart. Don't give him a chance to get those arms up above his head that time. Mike just grabbed him by the elbows and held him down. So it's rolled up. Nobody kicks him out. And Mike says, no.
Irving. Out to Washington. Randall matched up with a baseline drive, and a foul is called. So think both teams have to take note early. This one is being called tight by the officials. Our officials are Pat Frere, St. Paul, his 24th season. Nate Green in his 6th year, and Evan Scott, also in his 6th season as an NBA ref. Irving on the move, double clutch, won't go, and the foul is called. It's on Jaden McDaniels. It'll be his first. And already will be the 3rd team foul on Minnesota.
I know Gafford comes to set the screen, but he doesn't use it. And Kyrie is very good at being able to draw fouls, playing in isolation.
Irving knocks down the first. Wolves fans tonight only. FanDuel Sports Network is giving you an exclusive deal on tickets to Monday night's Timberwolves game against the Hawks. Log on to Timberwolves.com/FDSN to take advantage of this $10 200 level tickets courtesy of FanDuel Sports Network. Head to Timberwolves.com/FDSN now to get on this incredible offer before the post-game show is done. Both free throws good for Irving. Conley around a Gobert screen, gives it to Gobert. Gobert lost the dribble momentarily, regains control out to Conley. Now Edwards looking for his first look of the ball game. Nice hezzy, the floater in the lane won't drop. Gafford the rebound. Washington on the drive, floats it up off the window for 2. And Washington 2 for 2 from the floor, 6-3 early advantage for the Mavericks. Randall on the drive, the pull-up won't go, and Grimes the board. Tony has the feel of one of those games where you have to create your own energy. It's just not a lot of. This is one of the best venues in the NBA. Washington can't hit the 3. Battle for the loose ball. It is going to be a loose ball foul with 9:46 to go in this opening quarter. The Timberwolves with 4 team fouls. That's going to be the second foul on Mike Conley.
Defensive rebounding has been an issue for Minnesota for 20 games. I mean, it's been a problem. Their offensive rebounding has been ticking up, but defensively, they have not been able to clear the glass. 3-point try that time by Prosper.
Nice tap out by Gobert, ahead to Randall. Edwards, back to Randall, lining up with Trey, won't drop. Tapped out over to Prosper. Irving for 3, won't go. Gobert the rebound. These two teams have split the regular season series thus far. The Mavericks won in Minnesota back in October, and of course the Wolves narrowly won on Christmas Day. Out of bounds, last touched by the Mavericks. 11 on the shot clock.
Minnesota getting a poor start here. 0 for 4 for Minnesota. Randall's 0 for 2. Rudy and both have missed 1 shot.
McDaniels. Just out of reach of Conley. I was getting ready to say to you, partner, well, at least they don't have a turnover yet. Now they're 0 for 4 with their first turnover of the ball game.
Mike was spacing out to 3. He thought he might stop and maybe drop it in the hoop.
Washington, no. Gobert quickly ahead to McDaniels. McDaniels on the drive, and he's fouled. And McDaniels is going to go to the line for 2. Jaden has been playing well lately. He scored in double figures in his last 4 ball games, which matches his season high.
Good take by Jake. Broken floor situation. You have to be able to drive it and make something happen.
Also on the free throw. So his free throw miss for the Wolves. Each of Minnesota's 4 points have come from the charity stripe. No field goals. Just over 3 minutes gone by in this first quarter. They have as many fouls as points. Washington not shy early. And it is out of bounds. It will stay with the Mavericks. Remember on Christmas Day, the Wolves had a 28-point lead late in that third quarter. And then Kyrie Irving came alive, had 15 points in the fourth, 26 in the second half, cut that 28-point deficit to 2. But the Wolves escape with the victory. Grimes can't hit. Prosper another rebound. Gives it up to Irving. Irving to Gafford. Gafford swatted out of there by McDaniels. Last touched by the Mavericks.
Rudy had one side of the rim, and Jaden had the other. Gafford came up on Jaden's side, and he just patty caked that thing against the glass. I mean, that was really impressive. He's been doing that more and more.
6-4 Dallas. Wolves looking for their first field goal of the ballgame. Double on Randall. Finds a cutting Gobert. Inside McDaniels for the easy flush off the Gobert feed. Mavericks have missed their last 7 shots. Washington for 3. No. Splits the defense. Step through. Contact. And Edwards will go to the line to shoot 2. He'll look for his first points of this ballgame.
I think that Dallas would struggle without Luka Doncic, and they have. I mean, they've struggled mightily over the past 13 games. And in that stretch, they've gone 4-9. And Irving missed 7 of those games himself. So without Luka Doncic, and the pick and roll thing is what they do. I mean, and without Derek Lively, I mean, that's a big dynamic they have between Lively and Gafford playing pick and roll game with Luka Doncic and Kyrie Irving. I mean, it's Spencer Dinwiddie too, for that matter. But that's a real problem right there. Nazi Marshall's a nice player, obviously. Clay, he's had some up and down shooting nights, and he's had a 25-point game a few games ago. But
Irving, hard drive for 2. First field goal for Kyrie Irving.
Their defense has suffered because they're not making shots, Dallas. But Minnesota, they've got to be able to take advantage of this short roster right here.
McDaniels no good from 3. The offense as well for Dallas, as you mentioned, not having Lively out there for an extended stretch. No Luka, of course. They're 8th in offensive rating overall on the season in the NBA, but since Christmas Day, they're 26th in offensive rating. Irving turns the corner, kick out. Maxi Kleber on the floor for Gafford. Penetrates, and that is going to be the 5th foul on the Wolves. Kleber's going to shoot 2, and we have a timeout with 6:45 to go in the opening quarter. Well, the Wolves are missing shots, and they're fouling a lot. Other than that, solid opening frame here in Dallas.
The 3 for me, only at Chili's, serves up bottomless chips and salsa, a drink, and the delicious Big Smasher Burger with twice the beef of a Big Mac. Maybe they should change that name. This Chili's 3 for me is the best $10.99 you can eat.
Saving money on your next flooring project at Menards. Add comfort to your living space with carpet from Marquee Industries. Soft Indulgence carpet combines a gentle feel with lasting durability. Get it today for only $109 per square foot. Organize your home with Closet Made. We carry everything you need to maximize your space in closets, pantries, and more. This Closet Made closet kit is $129.99 after $30 mail-in rebate. Now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards. As a Great Clip Salon stylist, I love giving customers the look they want. With Clip Notes, we save your haircut details, so it's one less thing for you to worry about. And when I see that confidence at the end of the cut, that's everything to me.
Because the air feels different this early. Because good enough isn't. Because the bench is colder to me. Because last one on the ice means more than extra laps. Because medals are meant to be earned. That's why I'm next.
Luther Auto, proud supporters of Minnesota youth hockey.
Bye-bye.
Nothing better than denying good claims, am I right?
Insurance guy. Want to play? Sure. What's the catch? When we win, you actually have to treat injured people fairly.
He doesn't even have a team.
Oh, I got a team. For a higher level of representation, call 612 TSR time.
Can I switch teams?
Escape to Grand Casino, where you'll find more upgrades, more free play, more perks, more points, and more fun than those other casinos. Same play, better perks. Grand Casino.
Back here at American Airlines Center, we are all tied up at 8. Midway mark of this first quarter. You see the Mavericks numbers this season. You were talking about this, Jim P. Dramatic difference when you don't have a special player like Luka Doncic out there.
Says a lot about him as a player. I mean, it's one of the reasons why he and a guy like all these players in the league that are up for MVP right now, and Nikola Jokic. I mean, he's obviously been MVP because you take him off that Denver team, Michael, when it's a different story. The same thing is true here with Dallas. I mean, without Luka Doncic, this team is not the same team. And then, obviously, Kyrie and Spencer Dinwiddie, if you got the full roster, you have a very talented group that can still win games. But boy, you really miss that floor general out there that's running the show for your team and so dominant in so many ways.
28 points, 8 rebounds, 8 assists per game. Luka Doncic was averaging the time he suffered that calf injury on Christmas Day against the Timberwolves. And he will get reevaluated and assessed soon. So they're hoping he gets back to the next. Jason Kidd is now looking forward to the future, though. He's focused on tonight. Who can suit up for our team tonight? This is Randall. Out to Conley. Got it back. We'll step back. Tried to throw it in to Gobert. Ill-advised. Prosper pushes the tempo. And now we'll slow things down. And Irving will set up the offense. Second turnover of the game.
Such a pain when you get to switching in Kyrie on Julius, you can't take advantage of it.
Mavericks get it right back. Conley. Now it's Edwards. 2 points so far. Handed off to Gobert. Gobert got it back. Tosses it out to Conley for 3. Money. The first 3 of the ball game for the Wolves.
Needed that. Naz Reid's getting ready to check in for Minnesota as well.
This is Spencer Dinwiddie with the handle. Coming off the bench for Jason Kidd. The Mavericks lost on Monday to Charlotte as Dinwiddie on the drive. Toss out to Grimes. The Mavericks had just 14 bench points in that game. Cleveland. Hand off to Grimes. No good from deep. And Conley, the rebound. Wolves looking for some rhythm here. Edwards. Toss up. Gobert climbing the ladder to finish the oop.
Rudy was so wide open. But Maxi Kleber was all over Anthony Edwards. Finally laid it up and let Rudy throw it down.
Gobert almost had a steal. Step back. Operating on Alexander Walker. Got the layup. A ridiculous handle. As you mentioned in the open, Jim P, one of the best finishers at the rim in league history.
That's his go-to move, like the right-hand drive on the right side on the baseline and getting to the rim.
Edwards no good. Irving for 3, left it short. Gobert, easy rebound. He's 4th of the ball game. Alexander Walker. Over to Randall, leads it for Gobert. Toss out, Edwards, extra pass. Tried to swing it over to Conley. Back to Gobert. Gobert takes the contact and will go to the line. It's going to be on Kyrie Irving. His second foul.
A lot of guys in foul trouble here. early in this game. McDaniels has 2. Mike has 2. Now Kyrie has 2.
This is advantage to Minnesota. And foul trouble becomes an issue in this ball game, given the number of bodies that Dallas has. So very good on the first, and so Rob Dillingham will check in, along with Nas Reed for the Wolves. And we talked about it in the pregame show, Jeffrey. Rob Dillingham, his last 3 outings has been certainly cause for excitement among the fan base.
No doubt. I mean, 15 points against Memphis, double-figure game against Cleveland. Efficient shooting, too. It's 62% from the field. How about 60% from three-point land as well? 6 of 10 for Rob in those games, and just the confidence that he's playing with. And then, oh, by the way, in those 3 games, he leads Minnesota in net rating, too, with all players that have played in all 3 of those games. He leads Minnesota.
Dinwiddie go on the step back. Edwards the rebound. Edwards trying to get past P.J. Washington. It's off Washington's leg, out of bounds. It will stay with the Wolves.
Last 130 minutes for Rob Dillingham, 75 points total. Shooting percentages on point. He's been a good shooter. The defense is the part that people have questions about his hand. Backs down the 3. Another pass by Dilly right there. They have a nice thing working those 2. There's a strong connection. We've seen post game join his media availability. Just take care of course, Mike has been so helpful as well.
This one, Edwards with the reverse.
They're going to put him on a player that's not going to be involved in ball screens. And so, if they want to bring Kessler Edwards into a ball screen, they're welcome to do that. But Rob is going to be guarding him in the corner. So you got to watch those backs.
Good ball movement. Nas Reed on the attack inside, blocked by Gafford. Prosper hitting the accelerator, blocked at the rim, but they're calling it a goaltend.
I mean, Dallas is a good shot blocking team. I mean, Derek Lively is part of that, obviously, but 5.9 a game, almost 6 a game for Dallas. That's 4th in the NBA.
See if the Wolves challenge this. Did the basketball hit the backboard first? Nope, that's a goaltend. We'll see whether or not the challenge, and I don't believe so. Back in a moment.
Sure, I was a back-to-back all-star, but to get even better, I had to get real with myself about how I showed up, about how I trained, and about what I ate. The result, something about this season, man, it just feels different.
Happy New Year from Window Concept. As our gift to you, we're offering free installation on windows, entry doors, patio doors, baths, and showers. Plus, get no interest for 25 months. And with every free estimate, Window Concepts give you a $50 Target gift card. Happy holidays and free installation from Window Concepts.
Call Window Concepts at 866-844-9843 or log on to windowconceptsmn.com.
Hi, you might know me from my other job, but I'm a business owner too. Here at Once Upon a Farm, we chose the Capital One Venture X business card. With no preset spending limit, our purchasing power adapts to meet our business needs. Love it. And unlimited double miles means we earn more too. Wait, right? And when we travel, we get access to over 1,300 airport lounges. I can get used to this. The Capital One Venture X business card. What's in your wallet?
Dear winter, we're coming. Our squad of vehicles with all-wheel drive and four-wheel drive is ready to take you on. Safety's the name of our game. Bundle up. Toyota.
Right now, lease a new 2024 Tacoma for $319 a month, or get 1.99% APR for 72 months on a tough new Tundra. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota. Let's go places.
I'll show you the ropes, kid. Show you the ropes.
There it is.
I'll show you the ropes.
All the parts you need, guaranteed to fit every time. eBay. Things people.
Did you love the Nas Reed beach towels from last season? Well, get ready, Wolves fans. Nas Reed bobblehead night happens on Saturday, February 8th. That's right, all fans in attendance for Wolves Blazers receive a Nas Reed bobblehead giveaway. Get your tickets to Nas Reed bobblehead night right now at Timberwolves.com/tickets.
I feel like bobblehead technology's gotten better.
It has gotten better. We have Kyrie Irving, Anthony Edwards here. Kyrie Irving, speaking on Ant, said the next generation, they're a little bit different, but I got to give them credit. They challenge us to be better and challenge us to be those heroes that they saw growing up. He added, you have to toe the line a little bit, but trying to rip hearts out, man. Like, he loves the fact that Ant looks up to him, but he's trying to crush Ant on the court. You know, Ant is trying to do the same. Dillingham short on a three. Gafford clears it.
Also comes out of timeout and runs flex action. Don't see it a lot, but it's a tried and true play. I mean, it works great.
Gafford caught it, thought about it, threw it down.
Play works pretty good, too. Gives a shovel pass it to Daniel Gafford, who's done that to Minnesota a lot in his career. Throw it down with two hands and hang on it like Shaquille O'Neal.
Dillingham, corner three, no good. And Gafford with another board. Gafford coming off a monster performance on Monday, albeit in a loss. 31 points, 15 rebounds. Brandon Williams, hand off to Gafford, and two more for Gafford. So Brandon Williams getting into the teeth of the defense and setting up Gafford. Mavericks on an 8-0 run. Alexander Walker and Dillingham, baseline drive, trying to dump it off to Gobert, and it's kicked out by the Mavericks. It'll be Minnesota ball with 7 on the shot clock.
That's the one part of his decision making that's been uneven is when he drives it and he gets in traffic, trying to make the spectacular play or make a difficult play versus just an easy pass out.
Gobert's going to take a seat. Chris Finch really liking the chemistry developing between Julius Randle and Nas Reed. No good on the three. Kessler Edwards the rebound. It's a 2-point advantage for the Mavericks.
Wolves have made 1-3. The Dallas Mavericks have made 0. But they don't really need to. They've been attacking the basket for profit.
Brandon Williams in his third year out of Arizona on a 2-way contract, creating some offense since he's checked in. Randall toss out to Alexander Walker. Edwards, defended by Edwards. On the drive. Push up. Fade away. No good. Washington the board. Dillingham near strip, and it picks up the foul, and that's going to put the Mavericks at the free throw line with 39.5 to go in this first quarter. Slow start. Minnesota then found a little bit of a rhythm, but now they're in a cold stretch, and they're allowing the Mavericks to get easy offense. Let's hear from Honda.
When your whole world revolves around getting to the game, your ride has to be reliable, and that means Honda. For SUVs you can count on, see your Greater Twin Cities Honda dealer.
Washington no good on the second. Minnesota's last field goal was 3 minutes ago. 3 minutes of game action. They missed their last 5 shots. Randall, step back, won't drop. They missed their last 6. Mavericks can hold for the final shot this first quarter. Dinwiddie, 5 seconds. Hard attack, takes the bump, missed the shot. Dillingham the board. Did not get it off in time. Nearly went in. Minnesota, they've been better in the first quarter of late, but just 17 in this opening period. They trail the Mavericks by 5.
Now taxes is getting the TurboTax app and filing your taxes yourself 100% free if you didn't file with us last year. Now this is the thing. File free in the app by 2/18. When you switch to TurboTax, do it yourself.
Get it before he wakes up. Get it in about an hour with express delivery.
We've never spoken, but you've told us many things. You told us you love stargazing, almost as much as you hate parallel parking. That heavy right foot of yours? We got you. The Lexus ES didn't begin in a studio, it began with you.
Get special offers on select Lexus ES models.
If you recently lost health coverage due to a life change, healthcare.gov is here for you. Like it's there for Marcus. Even though he lost his job, he's not worried about finding a new health plan anymore. And Keisha, she turned 26 and went off her parents' insurance, so she found new, affordable coverage. And for the Moore family, when they lost Medicaid, they found a new plan that fits their budget. There are many other ways to qualify. Visit healthcare.gov, where millions have found the coverage they need.
When it comes to making plans, you are the best. Those 9 months were also 273 days of planning. What about your daughter's first costume party? It was out of this world. And let's not forget those barbecues you plan in detail for your family and your more vegetarian by the day best friends. That surprise party for your parents' golden anniversary? You get the golden planning. The same way you plan each detail for those moments. Start planning to protect you and your loved ones from a natural disaster. Sign up for local weather and emergency alerts. Prepare an emergency kit and make a family communications plan. Protecting your family is the best plan you can make.
Welcome back, everyone, to quarter number 2 here in Dallas, where the Wolves are trailing by 5 points. Well, Timberwolves assistant coach Elston Turner received some very exciting news on Monday when the Wolves played the Memphis Grizzlies. ET, as they called him, learned that he was being named to the Tennessee Sports Hall of Fame, the class of 2025. Elston has had a long and impressive career in basketball as a player and a coach. He played 8 seasons in the NBA and been coaching since '94 and just has an incredibly great reputation in the NBA. And I talked to him earlier. He said he was super surprised when they announced it in the locker room and just super honored. He does a lot for his Tennessee community, so he's just super thankful. And Jim Pete, we had the chance to chat with him at the hotel yesterday, and that was really, it just couldn't happen to a better man.
Great guy. And he was a good player. Played against Elston, and he was in the league a couple years before I was, but he came in at 81, 82. So spent 3 years here with the Mavericks, Michael, before he went to Denver. After he getting to that. And Elston actually lived here in the city for 15 years and then moved to Houston. He and Louise with the kids.
Good move by Julius Randle getting to the cup. Remember, I think it was during the playoffs last year as McDaniels gets a steal in the open court, but gave it right back. Brandon Williams with the poke away. Washington on the drive, draws the foul. Washington will shoot 2. I think it was during the playoff run. We went over to the Mavericks practice facility where the Wolves held a practice, and they have portraits on the wall of all the older Mavericks teams from back in the day. And there was a shot of one of Elston Turner's teams, and I'll never forget when Luka Garza and some of the young guys on the roster were like, "Oh my goodness, Elston!" Look at Elston. Got the fro rocking, and no,
they were young at one time.
Yeah,
they will be old at one time too. They will be in their 60s at some point themselves.
Talking about their playing days, but when you actually see them in the uniform with their team, it hit a little different from some of the guys.
Especially when that's, it happened 40 years ago. That's the real mind bender. Because when I was in the league playing in the 80s, I would think, okay, if some guy came up to me that played in the 40s, I'd be like, get out of here. I don't know anything about basketball. 40s.
Alexander Walker. No, when you put it like that.
About. They have the Victrola going and the old timey music, and it's I don't know. I just the music is still around though. 80s music is still popular. Stood the test of time.
Washington with the deuce.
I mean, Jay Billis is over there too. He's an old dookie from back in the early 80s as well. That's all these guys.
Randall for three, got it. Wolves need more of that. 26-22 advantage. And here's Gafford. Easy slam. That is 22 paint points for the Mavericks. They are 9th in the NBA in paint points per game. Here's Randall. Trying to toss it outside. Lands with Alexander Walker. Now Reed. Back to Naw. Outside McDaniels. Deep corner three. Won't go. Dinwiddie the board. It is a challenge to play against the Luka Doncic with Kyrie Irving in the backcourt, Lively, Klay Thompson. It's a different type of challenge when all those guys are out of the lineup. And you have to go out there, compete, battle, execute, and bring it.
Got to play one-on-one defense again. Dinwiddie scores one-on-one right there. No resistance, virtually.
Up top, McDaniels couldn't finish. Nice setup there by Dillingham, but there is a lid on the basket for the Wolves. Once again, the Mavericks getting downhill. Dinwiddie, no. Dinwiddie wanted to jolt him, but they didn't have a shot of reaching the rim, I don't believe. Alexander Walker. There's McDaniels for the finish. And the Wolves just need energy. This is probably the least life I've ever heard in this building at American Airlines Center, which has a ridiculous sellout streak. I think these fans are aware of everybody that's out of the lineup. You mentioned 4 and 10 in the last 14, including Christmas Day. Randall fouled by Gafford, and that is going to be the first foul on Gafford, first team foul on the Mavericks.
So good ball movement. The heel attacks the seam right there and dumps it off to an uncontested shot by Jade.
McDaniels with 5 points. He's having his best month of the season so far, averaging 11 points, 6 rebounds. How would you like to get discount tickets to Monday's Timberwolves game against the Hawks, courtesy of FanDuel Sports Network? That's what we're giving you tonight during the box office buyout. We have an incredible limited time offer. Get $10 200 level tickets, courtesy of FanDuel Sports Network. All you need to do is head to Timberwolves.com/FDSN right now to purchase your tickets, but you need to do it before the end of tonight's post-game show, because after Wolves Live, this deal, $10 200 level tickets, it's going to disappear.
There's Luka Doncic.
And hoping that he returns to the lineup soon. Mentioned averaging 28, 8, and 8 on the season.
One thing that Luka and I have in common, we have the same age. Except I was Bill Duffy's first client, and Luka's probably his 250th. Bill's represented a few people over the years.
But no, I would say certainly it's a hell of an icebreaker. Luka Doncic and I have the same agent. No, I would.
Well, Bill Duffy and his group are, obviously with Ant and with Jaden as well, Jaden McDaniels.
So Bill Duffy's doing okay.
BDA, well, he sold BDA to William Morris. So from that standpoint, yeah. So he's part of the William Morris family, which is a good family to be a part of. CAA obviously is too. I mean, these agencies are so powerful, and they wield a lot of power within the league too, and also within their coaching ranks as well.
No question about that. Washington, no good on the second free throw. Randall the rebound. And McDaniels in attack mode. Finger roll is good. Nearly 4 minutes gone by in this second quarter. Minnesota trailing by 3, 31-28. Cleveland is going to take the three. Firing right over Julius Randle. And the lead is back to 6.
First 3-point make of the night for Dallas.
Yeah, they only had 6 in Monday's loss to Charlotte. Reed with his first field goal of the ball game.
Bosh hasn't even been able to squeeze the trigger from outside the arc. He's got 2 shot attempts. Finally made his first one right there.
Reed goes down. Washington short on a 3. Reed the rebound. Here's McDaniels across the timeline. Down the lane. Lefty lane is good. And Jason Kidd has seen enough. Minnesota getting out and running and starting to show signs of life. Jaden McDaniels, 9 points on 4 of 8 shooting. Reed with his first deuce. Mavericks by 2 on FanDuel Sports Network.
The game is changing. What drives the game? What you have inside. It refuses to be ignored. It wets everything. It turns it out into a lesson. It demands respect. The game will always change, but it never will. Gator, is it in you?
What the biggest companies deliver is an exceptional customer experience. What makes it possible is unmatched connectivity and 5G solutions from T-Mobile for Business. T-Mobile connects 100,000 Delta Airlines employees, powers Tractor Supply stores nationwide with reliable 5G business internet, and partners with PGA of America on game-changing innovation. This is how business goes further with T-Mobile for Business.
You're joking. This is a joke.
You want jokes? Wait, new car? You need Like a Good Neighbor, State Farm is there. Your State Farm agent can help you choose the coverage you need. Glad I can help. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
You're way shorter than I thought you'd be. There's a shirtless selfie of me by the dumbbells. Here I am. I do air drumming. I'm a competitive air drummer.
Oh.
By the way, I forgot my wallet at home, so sugar mama.
Will you excuse me?
The new Hyundai Tucson with advanced tech and safety features. There's joy in every journey. Right now, lease the Hyundai Tucson for $279 per month. Visit your local Hyundai dealer today.
Staying in doesn't mean you can't go all out. More wings, more flavor, more bang for your buck. The boneless meal deal from Wingstop. 20 wings and 4 delicious flavors for just $16.99. Order now at wingstop.com.
And this is...
This? Oh, you mean this? This is how I watch the Bucks, Thunder, the Wolves, not missing a thing.
We just got NBA League Pass. You can pick from so many live games, watch up to 4 at the same time, and get home and away streams with your favorite announcers. Not missing a thing.
But can it do this?
Nope.
Time for Toyota to get caught up. Mavericks, they have been living in the paint beat in the first half thus far. 24 points. They're nearly halfway to their average per game, which is 50. They scored
12 of 19 shooting in the paint. So 24 points. Minnesota's just 7 of 14. Wolves actually shot a pretty decent percentage against the Mavs in the first 2 games, but they didn't get in there a lot. It wasn't like high volume, so they get beat up in the paint. Neither team has any second chance points in this game, but all the misses that we've seen, I think somebody would get second chance points. This Kleba knocks down the little lefty leg.
more paint points. The point of attack defense on the perimeter just not where it needs to be. Reed on the drive, floats it up, and it drops. 4 points now for Naz Reid. Kleba for 3. No good. And Conley the board. Bulls with Conley, Alexander Walker, Naz Reid, Julius Randle, and Jaden McDaniels. Conley gives it up to Randall, rifles it over to Reed. Randall behind the back, working on Prosper. Swings it to McDaniels. McDaniels, 1-2, and it drops. Crowd thought it was a travel, but 1-2 pop, and Jaden McDaniels has his 5th straight game in double figures. That is a season high. Prosper out of control, no good.
David's had some tremendous defensive plays in this game, and that was one of them right there.
Minnesota a chance to take back the lead. Nas Reed, step through, floats it up. He's in his bag. 6 points all in the quarter from Nas Reed.
He's a guy that can exploit a matchup too. Like, so if he's got a smaller person, he really can back him down and use his skills to get to the front of the rim.
Cleveland puts it up and in.
Mike was there early too. Mike got there early to help with the drive. And Cleveland just put the brakes on.
Oh, Alexander Walker with the hammer. And Dallas needs a timeout. Wolves by 2.
Loves running after base. I mean, that's a great idea. So Minnesota gets it up the floor quickly. Mike headbands it over to Nikhil, who gets 2 easy ones.
Save big money with these great deals going on now at Menards. Stay warm with Sherpa throw blankets. On sale for just $3.99. Liven up your decor with assorted house plants starting at only $3.99. Plus, 75-count disinfecting wipes are just $1.99. Lloyd's St. Louis style spare ribs, only $11.98. These deals won't last long, so save today. Plus, sign up for Menards emails to get more big savings right to your inbox. Save big money at Menards.
Hey, Alexis, show alternate routes. The future. Sometimes it's a work in progress. Other times it's pretty well thought. The tech forward and tech ready Lexus NX.
Get special offers on select Lexus NX models.
I have 10 years of experience.
This job requires a college degree. Any degree. Any degree. Just
Indeed matches you with jobs that actually match your experience.
And what was your major?
dance.
Oh.
If this happens, what time is it?
I know.
I know you know, Nas. Anybody else? Yes, in the back.
2 o'clock?
No?
AM?
Nas, just tell him.
It's TSR time.
For a higher level of representation, call 612 TSR time.
What's more powerful than an unexpected storm? Insurance that helps clean it up. Western National Insurance. That's the power of nice.
What you got to say?
New bounce. We got now.
Spoons, they're out. Panera's new ciabatta dippers are in. Each melty sandwich paired with a perfect portion of soup is made to dip. Go for the French dipper or spicy chicken dipper. No spoon necessary when your sandwich is built to do the dipping. Only at Panera for a limited time.
Minnesota Timberwolves basketball on FanDuel Sports Network is brought to you by TSR Injury Law. If you've been injured, you know what time it is. It's TSR time. For a higher level of representation, call 612 TSR time. And by White Bear Subaru, the #1 volume Subaru dealership in the Midwest. Forty to 38 is our score. 5:15 to go in the second. Kessler Edwards not confident in his three-point shot. It swings around to Cleveland. That pass stolen by Reed. Reed off to the races. Conley, pump fake. Leaves it for Gobert, who's fouled hard wrapped up by Quentin Grimes. And Gobert's going to go back to the free throw line where he's 2 for 2 on the night. Here at American Airlines Center. Folks in the building. There's Travis Hunter. He'll be one of the top picks in the upcoming NFL draft. One of the best two-way players in NFL history. I love that Travis Hunter is just wearing a white T-shirt. Meanwhile, Yo Gotti, got Bill Duffy money around his neck.
I mean, that is some serious ice right there.
Serious ice.
And, you know, the thing about it, though, for Travis Hunter, Shedeur Sanders was sitting in those same seats over there courtside, and Shedeur actually was handed a jacket by Greg Anthony, who was tweeted at by Dion. Yeah, tweeted, I need that Greg Anthony jacket. And Greg Anthony gave it up and gave it to Shedeur. And Shedeur was completely perplexed by the whole thing.
Like, what's happening right now?
What's going on? I got to carry this around with me. Can you go out afterwards?
Carry this country jacket on.
It was a nice gesture by Greg Anthony.
It was a great team. That is a goaltend on Rudy Gobert, who is not agreeing with the call. So from that angle, Gobert disagreed. 2-point lead for the Wolves. Edwards. Working around a Gobert screen in the lane outside to Conley. Conley, that right hand floater for 2. Dinwiddie with the handle. He's in his second stint with the Mavericks. Pull up from outside the free throw line, drops.
One of the best in the league in ISO scoring. Edwards, Kyrie Irving, think about James Harden at the top of the pack.
3-ball corner pocket, Mike Conley.
Love it when Mike is part of this scoring boomlet for Minnesota. He gets out there and is willing to take shots. Chris Finch trusts him. You know, he's going to be in the game. Wow. Everybody's on a bit of a roll here.
Just the 5th three-pointer in the entire ball game. There's a limit to how many threes you want to see. As Edwards draws the foul, he's going to shoot 2. I don't want to suggest it because we're not seeing a high volume of threes that the action is boring. Right. There are other factors. And but it is shocking in today's game to see the Mavericks are shooting just 20% from the floor. The Wolves 3 for 9. And the Timberwolves put up nearly 40 three-pointers a ball game.
I think that the way that teams move the basketball and the way that you have to move it in order to create open three-point shots, you have to move the basketball. You got to be good at it. Teams do, and I just think it's exciting. When you see people breaking down the defense and collapsing the players and getting it up, kick it out for 3, I love watching it. When you're a good shooting team, it's obviously more fun than when you're breaking threes like Dallas has here in the first half. And Minnesota has too. Those Wolves are right now just 3 of 9. But I mean, Mavericks are 2 of 10. Much better three-point shooting.
Irving for 2. Kyrie Irving playing with 3 fouls, by the way. Now has 8 points. 3 minutes to go in the first half. Gobert leaves it for McDaniels. Back to Edwards. Edwards, hard drive, leaves it for Gobert. And late whistle. I believe that is the correct call. So Gobert is going to shoot 2 more free throws. He's 4 for 4 at the free throw line in this first half. Timberwolves are 14 for 15 at the free throw line.
Nate Green made that call from the slot.
Second foul on P.J. Washington. Going to be in the penalty the rest of the way as Gobert knocks down the first. Let's get a quick word from TSR Injury Law.
TSR time. For a higher level of representation, call 612 TSR time.
So Gobert took it at the free throw line, 6 for 6.
Wolves, it started with Julius Randle right away getting three free throws at the beginning of this game. Minnesota's shot 17 free throws here in the first half.
27 between the two teams. Washington, no. Edwards couldn't get the board, and Washington put it in. It's the extra effort and activity. It's the Mavericks get their first second chance points of the ball game. First between either teams. Edwards turns the corner, flips it up, and we're going to have more free throws. So not a lot of threes, but we're now going to be up to 29 free throws between these two teams after these free throws from Edwards.
And we're going to talk about the four factors. See Anthony Edwards for this quarter last Monday at Memphis. Getting the line going.
Shot 18 in that ball game. Made 13, which, of course, bothers him, especially in a game that you only lose by 2 points. Naz Reid is going to check out for Julius Randle. Alexander Walker checked in last dead ball for Mike Conley. And Edwards good at the free throw line. He's 6 for 6. Matching Rudy Gobert in this first half. Washington. Hard drive, clear space, put it in.
DJ Gafford, just taking Minnesota to the woodshed of a painted area. 34 paint points to just 24 for Minnesota.
Baseline drive, Randall trying to reverse it home, blocked by Gafford. Gafford is tied for 10th in the NBA in block shots per game. Washington, no. And McDaniels battling in there with Gafford, and we're going to have a jump ball.
I mean, Jaden getting in there battling, taking on the strongman contest, and tying up Daniel Gafford. We love the competitiveness of Jaden McDaniels. The shot goes up. Washington, he was at a disadvantage, too. He was kind of behind. Love it.
Daniels is averaging a career high in rebounds per game this season. It's been a welcome development this season. And Randall could not save it. So it'll be Mavericks basketball. Couldn't quite see who touched that there. If Randall even needed to hustle for it.
They both hit it. I think it would have been a reach.
So it'll be 14 seconds on the shot clock for the Mavericks. Irving to inbound to Dinwiddie. Dinwiddie 7 points in this first half. Fires in the corner, can't hit. Edwards getting up for the board. Randall. Outside Edwards, pump fake. Wanted to foul there on Grimes. ISO ball. Gives it to Gobert. Got it back. Steps inside. The D-cell missed the shot. Edwards now 1 for 5 in this first half. Grimes out of control, threw it away. So Edwards is 1 for 5, 8 points in this first half. Kyrie Irving, 8 points.
They've been showing hands a lot of bodies. The switching concept has been really hard for Minnesota to operate because you're basically having to play ISO basketball all the time. Minnesota's moved it decently, but I mean, just all the switching has bothered them.
Brandon sees a double, gives it back to Edwards, his best look of the night. Can't hit the three. Tap out by Gobert. Edwards on the drive. Lifted for Gobert. Gobert with the poster slam.
The NBA is a game of dunk and get dunked on it, so he just paid back Daniel Gafford right there, right in his face.
I didn't think he was going to scoop it up. Washington staying with it. Second chance points, and the Wolves now can hold for the final shot of this first half.
PJ's been Dallas' best player. Got 16. in the half. He's got 5 rebounds, 6 of 14 shooting.
Edwards taking his time. Now seeing a crowd. Gives it up. Alexander Walker. McDaniels fires. Short on the 3. And time expires in this second quarter. An uneven first half in terms of energy. Wolves trail by as many as 8. But they'll come out of this second quarter with a 2-point advantage. Gobert, vicious slam to close the period.
Home Furniture, where quality meets style and value. The timeless elegance of our fine furniture gallery. The modern, urban look of Uptown. The handmade perfection of Amish craftsmen. Or the rustic charm of lodge furniture. Whatever your lifestyle, there's no place like home.
The first step to building wealth is being careful who you listen to when it comes to your finances. I'm not a CFO, and this not a penthouse. I'm not even human.
When it comes to financial decisions, start with the nerds.
For the professional, it's not enough to possess knowledge. We seek to refine it, to wield its power, to redefine its boundaries. Knowledge is put to the test in every GMC Sierra. Get 0% APR on 2024 Sierra 1500 models. That's over $5,600 in average finance savings. We are professional grade GMC.
Subway's got a new meal of the day with chips and a drink for just $6.99. Or if you're big hungry, make it a footlong for only $3 more. Huh, big hungry. Is that a thing? That should be a thing. Find your fresh with the all-new $6.99 meal of the day at Subway.
Get a sleep like no other on an heirloom mattress from Home Sleep Express. And right now, pay no interest for 5 years. Plus, get free white glove delivery, setup, and a 120-night guarantee. Heirloom, the perfect sleep night after night at Home Sleep Express.
Curing type 1 diabetes isn't a matter of if, it's a matter of when. Because breakthroughs big and small are happening every day. From promising clinical trials focused on eliminating the need for insulin to more health plans covering advanced therapies and technologies. Fueled by our passionate supporters, we're powering a global movement to prioritize what the T1D community needs now and next. Today, we're opening new doors to more effective solutions and making it easier for people to enjoy freer, fuller, healthier lives. Tomorrow, we'll make this condition a thing of the past by accelerating research, influencing policy, and advancing treatments. We are Breakthrough T1D. As we drive toward curing type 1 diabetes, we help make everyday life better for the brave people who face it.
Halftime in Dallas. It's a 2-point ball game. The Timberwolves are up on the Mavericks 55-53 at American Airlines Center. We are in our Trio Orthopedic studio in Minneapolis. Rebecca Brunson, Marnie Gellner. Wolves up by 2 at halftime after a slow start, just 17 points in the first quarter. But Minnesota came back and hung 38 points in the second quarter. And the leading scorer is Jaden McDaniels, 11 first-half points.
Yeah, I mean, the way that this game is being scored, it definitely benefits Jaden. This is not necessarily a 3-point shootout that we're seeing right now, but it is a paint game. And Jaden has been really good and has been really active in making sure he is in the right place, and he is finishing at the rim. He has 10 points in the paint, the Wolves 26 points in the paint because he's playing this way. Look, I love that he is being assertive. He's cutting. He's putting himself in a position to be successful, driving aggressively, get downhill. This is what you need to see, and that's why he's shooting 50% because he's not settling for threes. Yes, he's taken three threes in this ball game, 1.5. But overall, he has been aggressive. Then you have Randall added 10 points. Gobert is also playing well. He has 10 points. But on the other side of this, Dallas has 36 points in the paint, whereas when the Wolves won the game on Christmas Day, they only had 30 points in the paint for the entire game. So They need to figure out how to shore up what they're doing defensively in the paint and then continue to get downhill scoring that way.
Yes, a couple of things to work on for the Timberwolves and adjustments to make at halftime. Anthony Edwards also 8 points in the first half, a quiet first half for Ant, 1 of 6 from the floor. McDaniels, though, with 11 to lead Minnesota.
A new year and a new adventure with the perfect Chevy to take you anywhere. With pure power unleashed and future-forward technology. Because every mile matters and every path leads to new possibilities. Get $5,250 total cash allowance on this Silverado. Plus, current Chevy owners and lessees get an additional $1,000 cash allowance when you purchase. Visit ChevyDealOnline.com.
My Progressive rep was super helpful.
Tom Hayes is passive progressive.
The way Kevin says he always has to help you.
Tom doesn't have progressive, so he takes it out on those who do.
If you switch, you can save hundreds. Well, that's great. You could buy more of that cologne we all love.
Oh, Progressive called me back about the claim I filed.
Support when you need it. Wonder what that's like, huh?
In my office. No, Tom.
Don't be passive progressive.
This is bad, right?
Switch to get good coverage and savings for yourself.
Get it before he wakes up. Get it in about an hour with express delivery.
To everyone who's hungry for something special.
Culver's is the place for us. Hi, what can I make fresh for you today? It's nice to be greeted by people who are glad to see you. And I appreciate that they use real ingredients, like fresh beef and Wisconsin cheese. The frozen custard is so fresh and creamy, it tastes like it was made just for us. It's our pleasure. Just spending time with family, that's what mealtime at Culver's is all about.
From Wisconsin with love.
Saturday afternoons don't get bigger than this. Wolves, Nuggets, Saturday, January 25th at 2 p.m. Don't miss this Northwest Division collision. Get your tickets at timberwolves.com/tickets.
This copyrighted broadcast of the National Basketball Association may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise distributed or used in any form without the express written consent of the NBA.
Our Health Partners Sports Update tonight. Hockey Day Minnesota is this Saturday from Valley Fair in Shakopee. The matchups this year, boys game starting at 8:30, Eden Prairie and Hibbing, followed by the Golden Gophers. Women hosting Bemidji State, and then another boys game, the host school Shakopee and Maple Grove, and then the Wild at XL Energy Center hosting the Calgary Flames. It's our 19th annual showcase of the game of hockey in the state of hockey. Live coverage, 8 o'clock, starting this Saturday morning, Hockey Day Minnesota from Shakopee, Valley Fair. It's a 2-point game in Dallas right now. The Timberwolves leading the Mavericks 55-53.
On Underdog, you can win money all season by selecting 2 or more of your favorite players. It's easy to play, and you can play in most states, including California, Georgia, and Texas. Over 5 million fans are already signed up on Underdog. Oh yeah, and you can win up to 1,000 times your entry. Sign up now, and you'll get up to $1,000 in bonus credit with your first deposit. Go ahead, take a victory lap. Download Underdog now to claim your offer.
It's a good day to start something new. To brush away gray in 5 easy minutes. To put yourself out there and always put your best face forward. Just for men, mustache, and beard.
Dear winter, we're coming. Our squad of vehicles, with all-wheel drive and four-wheel drive, is ready to take you on. Safety's the name of our game. Bundle up. Toyota.
Right now, lease a new 2024 Tacoma for $319 a month.
Or get 1.99% APR for 72 months on a tough new Tundra. Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota. Let's go places.
Have you ever dreamt of getting 2 of your fave Wendy's items for $7? Like a spicy chicken sandwich, Dave's single, or a 10-piece nug? Well, today's the day your oddly specific dream comes true. Any good dream. 2 faves for just $7? Gotta be Wendy's.
Saving money on your next flooring project at Menards. Add comfort to your living space with carpet from Marquee Industries. Soft Indulgence carpet combines a gentle feel with lasting durability. Get it today for only $109 per square foot. Organize your home with ClosetMate. We carry everything you need to maximize your space in closets, pantries, and more. This ClosetMate closet kit is $129.99 after $30 mail-in rebate. Now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
Your life sounds pretty great. Don't let a buzz ruin it. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
Minnesota Timberwolves basketball on FanDuel Sports Network is brought to you by Chevrolet, the #1 selling brand in the Twin Cities, and by Luther Group. Shop the Twin Cities' largest selection of vehicles at lutherauto.com. Let's go around the association presented by the Minnesota Lottery. Last night, the Nuggets dominated the Sixers. They put up 144 points in regulation. Nikola Jokic notched his 19th triple-double of the season. Denver has won 7 of 8. And the Lakers took care of the Wizards behind a triple-double from LeBron James. He also passed Scottie Pippen for 7th in career steals. The Lakers are still hanging in there, currently the 6th seed in the West, 2 games ahead of the Timberwolves. The Wolves are trying to gain some ground tonight in Dallas, leading by 2 against the Mavericks with the third quarter. Up next.
If you need health coverage because of a recent life change, healthcare.gov is here for you. Like it's there for Terrence and Jody, who got married and found a health plan that covers both of them. And Sophia, she's having a baby, so she can enroll in a plan that covers the big and little things. And Gary, when he moved, he found a new plan that covers what he needs. There are many other ways to qualify. Visit healthcare.gov, where millions have found the coverage they need.
Because the air feels different this early. Because good enough isn't. Because the bench is colder to me. Because last one on the ice means more than extra laps. Because medals are meant to be earned. That's why I'm next.
Luther Auto, proud supporters of Minnesota youth hockey.
From Full House to Empty Nest, Free Birds, Vanguard.
We got this.
50 years of helping you invest for every chapter.
You make the stuff fresh every morning?
Yes, every single day we prep everything in our store. Onions, jalapenos, cilantro.
Wow. Looks pretty fresh to me.
Fresh ingredients every day.
Delicious.
When we have the food we need, we are at our best. We push further. We rise higher. We unlock our full potential. When we are at our best, we have more to offer the world around us. When we have the food we need, we make our communities stronger. Together, we can help everyone get the food they need to thrive. Join the movement to end hunger at feedingamerica.org/actnow.
Thanks for joining us back in Dallas, where the Wolves are leading the Mavericks by 2 points. It's time now for the home furniture coaches interview, and I'm with Bulls assistant coach Elston Turner. Coach, Dallas did a nice job of attacking and getting into the paint. What are some things you can do defensively to slow them down?
Well, first of all, be more physical. I didn't think we were very physical, especially on the ball at the point of the first dribble. And they would shoulder bump us and get where they wanted to go. So we asked them to pick up the physicality, even to the point if you have to take a foul. But then all the help pieces have to be in place. The gaps, especially when guys like Irving get the basketball. He's hard to stop one-on-one, but all the support pieces got to be intact. And we were just a little bit late with the support pieces.
All right, Coach, thanks for your great information and congratulations on your Hall of Fame bid.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Thank you.
Jim Peterson for his Menard second half scout.
Thank you, Leah. I think that Minnesota attacked her right away. I mean, Julius Randle went to the free throw line, got fouled shooting a three, and then they just kept on getting fouled and going to the line. 19 free throw attempts. And so while they didn't get to the paint and get points in the paint, Michael, they got to the free throw line. That matters. So, keep moving the ball, keep the Mavs out of the painted area, like Leo was just talking about with Elston. Good point of attack defense there. That was a hard shot that PJ Washington just made. Julius Randle stood him up outside the painted area. PJ that was one of the great between Gafford and PJ Washington. What they did here in Dallas to improve their roster in a meaningful way, obviously you get to the finals. And also getting Derek Lively as well.
Randle forced to kick it out. Edwards on the logo. McDaniels, 11 points in that first half, blew the bunny. Easy miscues for the Wolves. Prosper got the lay in. 57-55, Dallas. Conley lines up the tray and it drops.
But he got fouled too. But to it, coming into this game, with all the injuries the Mavericks had, Mavericks people were coming up and saying it was going to be a difficult game for them, and that was probably going to kind of get out of hand. So, hope you got your blowout prep ready for the game. But it's been anything but that. It's been a tight game the whole way. Dallas has been very competitive here, and it's always that way. When you have all these injuries, you see these guys get their chance, Michael. They are not going to let the chance go away. So Max Prosper and what he's been able to do he's been playing hard, and these guys are professionals. Kyrie's out here doing his thing, man.
And to your point, it's not just the guys who are getting a few minutes. As Edwards hits a three. Not just the guys who are seeing extended minutes, but it's the regular rotation guys who now have a featured role. We've seen 15 shot attempts from PJ Washington. Conley the steal, playing the passing lanes. Randle is fouled.
Looks like PJ Washington was there, but again, Anthony Edwards gets the screen from Rudy Gobert, seals it. It's going to be side out here for Minnesota.
First three-pointer of the night for Anthony Edwards. We are keeping an eye on him, passing Karl Anthony Towns for the franchise leading career three-pointers. He is now 4 3-pointers shy of Karl Anthony Towns.
Oh, it was on PJ Washington, right? He's got 3 personals.
Yes.
Game.
Conley. He's 4 for 4 in this ball game. McDaniels rises and scores. 13 points for Jaden McDaniels. It's an 8-0 Minnesota run. After Dallas scored the first 4 of the quarter. Irving. 8 points, but he can heat up in a hurry. With double figures with 10. Edwards baseline jumper is fuel.
Those last 2 plays by Kyrie Irving and Anthony Edwards, showing you their ISO scoring ability. Mike Conley had Kyrie locked up, and so did Daniel Gafford. Again, PJ is just having a heck of a game here.
And Edwards went down.
Because how do you adjust to the physicality of PJ Washington? He's going on a hard drive and putting the forearm right into the defender to clear space, and that short floater has been pure most of the ballgame. Gobert on the drive. Good defense by Gafford. Forces a turnover. Just the fourth of the night for Minnesota. Prosper leaves it for Gafford. Gafford short hook is good.
That's the shot that Rudy Gobert has always needed in his game. He's needed that ability to turn sideways against the defender and shoot the jump hook.
Over fifth turnover. Check that, the fourth for Minnesota.
So, I mean, Julius just kind of hits him right in the face with his right hand that time.
Mavericks trailing by 2. Prosper cutting, blocked by Gobert. Conley downhill, finger roll for 2.
Low man helped that last time for Minnesota by Julius Randle. Rudy was there to clean things up, and then Minnesota pushed tempo, make finishes.
Irving, nowhere to go, gives it up to Grimes in the corner. And defensive 3 seconds is the call. It'll be a technical foul against the Wolves.
It's Jake McDaniels. He was standing in the paint, just not guarding anybody, and wasn't cleansing. So there's a block by Gobert that led to this layup by Conley. Rudy Gobert giving a highway screen that time, just kind of clearing things out for Mike to get there.
Kyrie Irving, one of 9 members of the 50, 40, 90 club, joined in 2021.
Here we go.
He's having a 48, 40, 90 season right now. Grimes for 3.
He's been quiet, done much. That's his first field goal of the game, and it's a 3-point make.
He's back in the rotation for the Mavericks after missing time due to back spasms. Conley stays red hot.
Left-handed shooters like moving to their right, just like right-handed shooters like moving to their left, and knocks that shot down.
Irving the answer.
I mean, he can go both ways. I mean, he's one of those guys, man. He just is so good. His handle is so good. His skill set.
Mike Conley, by the way, is 6 for 6. He's hit all 4 of his 3-point attempts. Edwards sets up McDaniels. No good. Backed up. Kyrie Irving has it. Tie ball game. Early third. Turnover. McDaniels. Mano a mano with Washington and draws the foul. It'll be the 4th foul on PJ Washington and the 3rd team foul on the Mavericks. Timeout, 6:53 to go in the period. All knotted up at 7.
Take advantage of our New Year's savings at Luther White Bear Acura. Drive an amazing 2025 Acura MDX with a stunning interior and performance unmatched. Now just $479 a month. Visit Luther White Bear Acura online or in person.
Happy New Year from Window Concepts. As our gift to you, we're offering free installation on windows, entry doors, patio doors, baths, and showers. Plus, get no interest for 25 months. And with every free estimate, Window Concepts give you a $50 Target gift card. Happy holidays and free installation from Window Concepts.
Call Window Concepts at 866-844-9843 or log on to windowconceptsmn.com.
Where can you kick off the new year with gig speed and big savings? Only with Xfinity. Get gig
internet at home for $25 a month when you add Xfinity Mobile, which connects you to gig speed Wi-Fi on the road. Save more than $650 over AT&T and Verizon. Plus, hurry and get a free 5G phone. So save big and stay connected with gig speed internet and mobile. From home to hotspots, this new year, it's all about savings on gig speed. Visit Xfinity.com/gig savings today.
Bring the fun to family time with a visit to Treasure Island Resort and Casino. Start by making a splash and memories at the lagoon. Our indoor water park includes a lazy river, an activity pool, and more exciting features. Then hit the lanes at Island Extreme Bowl for some family-friendly competition before you head to our luxurious hotel for a relaxing night away. Book your stay now at picasino.com. Treasure Island Resort and Casino. Destination fun.
Celebrate New Year's savings in a new 2025 Acura RDX. This premium sports vehicle has it all: performance, luxury, and style. And now you can drive your dream today for a low $389 a month. Visit Luther White Bear Acura.
Let's go inside the game with Window Concepts, Michael. Again, two-man game on the sideline here with Kyrie. And think about how you want to press up on him. And they do a great job here. So Julius Randle's a low man. He's got to come all the way over and meet Quentin Grimes. And watch how early he gets there, too. He gets there right as he catches the basketball. And then the baseline cut by Prosper that time. Rudy gets down there. Just a chain reaction. And so it's good defense by Minnesota. Jaden was down there, too. And that's how you get a stop. So, I mean, when you're not scoring, say, hey, if we don't score, you don't score. And excellent low-man defense by Julius Randle right there. And I like the fact that he got there early, too. That's just a read. I mean, you just got to see the play. Quentin Grimes rolled out of there quickly. And it's relatively simple to do. It's not always easy to execute.
McDaniel's good at the line. Let's check in with Leah B.
Guys coming out of Chris Finch's huddle is just talking about pick and roll defense and needing to be a little bit more effective on Kyrie, rolling up and staying up on Kyrie, and then hitting the roller, being a little bit more physical. So just talking about how to defend that and being a little bit more active.
That's Kyrie Irving got right downhill.
He did.
He now has 16 points in this ball game. Randle, hard drive, no good. McDaniel's offensive board. Edwards, corner three, short. McDaniel's fouled by Kleber. And McDaniel's has something to say to Kleber.
I didn't see how hard the foul was. I mean, it was contact for sure, but Jaden was pretty upset with Maxi Kleber.
Took immediate exception to the hard foul.
Getting up into the pit face area. So
that is the 22nd free throw of the ball game for Minnesota. They have knocked down, to their credit, 21 of them. It's your reminder that time is running out to take advantage of the FanDuel Sports Network box office buyout. $10 200-level tickets, courtesy of FanDuel Sports Network. Again, this is for the game coming up against Atlanta on Monday night. Go to Timberwolves.com/FDSN to get tickets and do it now. This deal expires after the postgame show. Halfway through the third quarter, Kleber to Dinwiddie. Now it's Grimes on the move. Watched by Conley. Step through, got the lay.
I mean, Mike, so many matchups. He plays great position defense. It's just that they overwhelm him a little bit.
Edwards, boom.
Love it.
Second three-pointer of the ball game. Now 3 shy of passing Karl Anthony Towns. 2 shy of time. Irving. Kleber. Outside. Prosper. No. And Edwards the board. Minnesota leading by 3. Randall downhill, missed the lay-in, no whistle.
Gotta get back.
Dinwiddie accelerating, blocked by McDaniels. What a rejection by Seatbelt. Edwards, get it up.
So that's a hell of a sequence right there. I mean, Jaden McDaniels gets the block. Minnesota turns that into instant offense.
Edwards has 10 in the quarter, and Minnesota showing some fight defensively.
David has had a number of great plays in the rim for Minnesota.
Conley, the thievery. Conley to Randall, count it, and put him on the line.
Taking Minnesota a little while to get some separation in this game. And it's obviously there's a lot of time left to go here, but it's play after play. It's Jaden getting the block there. Dinwiddie, Minnesota turning it into instant points. Again, nice pass by Mike. Right back to Ant for the dunk. And then Julius in transition again. Mike making a nice play, getting him the basketball. Has a chance for a three-point play opportunity here. Great sequence by Mike. It's a heck of a stint for him here in the third quarter.
And he is perfect in this ball game. 6 for 6, 4 for 4 from 3. 5 assists, 4 rebounds. Minnesota Mike making himself comfortable here in Dallas.
Yeah, he had 8 points in the first half, 8 here in the third quarter.
Dinwiddie gives it up to Kessler Edwards. Now it's Irving on the logo. Between the leg dribble. Floats it up.
Going to his right.
One of the best shot makers in league history. Edwards rises for 3, rims out. That one looked good. 6-point ball game. Irving whips it out. Grimes, no good. Reed the rebound. Randall. Toss out to Alexander Walker. Sets the beat. Can't hit. Randall has the offensive board. Got it back after it was nearly stripped, and a timeout is called. Minnesota.
That's a heck of a timeout.
Retaining possession. Wow. Julius Randle was in a cage in the lane.
It really was.
Kyrie Irving, 18 points for the Mavericks, but the Mavs trail by 6.
We aren't building electric vehicles because it's trendy. We're building them to save our planet. To save it from all those soulless, self-driving sleep pods everyone else keeps floating our streets with. That's why we're doing it. New Lux Cravings boxes from Taco Bell. For $5, go classic. For $7, go lavish. For $9, discover something new. Eat Lux your way. New Lux Cravings boxes only at Taco Bell.
The thing about traveling with your kids is that each year they get bigger. But the hotel stays the same size. Get an Airbnb and get room for everyone.
Some people just know they can save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first. But you know to check your spelling first before taking off your shirts.
You, Virginia.
Yeah, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds.
Hey, what's up? I'm the W.
You're in good hands with Allstate.
Lowe's knows it's easier to make the right calls when you have the right team. McCaffrey looking lost.
I'm looking for a one. I'm looking for a one. Could you pull me aisle 27?
Find what you need faster with the Lowe's app.
I would always guide people to Continental Diamond, mostly because of my personal experience. I wouldn't tell you to come here if I truly didn't have a great experience every time I walked through the door. I've been around a lot of teams in my life, all kinds of different teams, and this place is a team. When you walk through the door, you just know you're going to be greeted warmly, you're going to be respected. Big budget, small budget, something in between, they have it for you at Continental Diamond.
Mike Conley, perfect in this ball game. Perfection. 16 points on 6 of 6 shooting, 4 for 4 from 3-point territory, 7 assists. The subject can be of our Royal Caribbean Star Watch. He's been some big.
He really has. I mean, he's been on point on both ends because he's given you great effort defensively and made everybody that he's played against work for anything they've gotten in this game. So high basketball IQ. It's why Chris Finch trusts him game in and game out to close games. No, Billy here in the second half for Minnesota.
Yeah. Here, Edwards upset, no foul call. Gafford down the lane in the slam.
Didn't thought twice about that one. He didn't want to get his wrist broken. But Daniel Gafford went up high and threw it down hard.
Edwards out to Reed, made the catch in the deep corner, poked out of bounds by Naz Reed.
Daniel Gafford is just one of the best in game, like just big time, like high elevation, and the velocity that with which he throws it down. I mean, it's you know, it's one of the best in the league, right? I mean, he's like DeAndre Jordan. I mean, how good Jordan was at getting up and throwing it down. Powerful.
Edwards on the attack, puts it up over Gafford. No, and we have a foul. Going the other way. It's on Data McDaniels. 3 fouls now on McDaniels. That'll be the first team foul in the quarter on the Wolves. Better job of defending without fouling for the period.
There's 5 turnovers for Minnesota in this game. They've really limited the mistakes. There's 4 points off of those 5 turnovers for the Dallas Mavericks.
Now, Akil Alexander-Walker, you can see him saying that it was not touched by Minnesota. Please challenge this. Alexander-Walker was super adamant. And I don't know if they're going to get this inbounded in time. They will get it inbounded. It is Brandon Williams. Blocked by Gobert in the hands of Edwards. It worked in their favor, not challenging. They got it anyway. Edwards on the drive, hanging. It won't go. Gobert, the follow slam.
Back. Making a hustle play by Rudy Gobert and got fouled by Gafford.
Got to keep his head in the game, even when calls aren't going his way. Outside look. This is Williams. No, and a loose ball foul. We're going to keep it here. Daniel Gafford face down on the floor. Up on his feet now.
You know, Brandon Williams came in the game for Dallas, and right when he checked in, Chris Finch looked down the bench and looked at Rob Dillingham and said, you know what? I'm going to put Dilly back in the game here. It's a good matchup for him, similar size. Young player.
Williams got the better of that matchup in the first half. We'll see what Dillingham does here. Late third quarter, Minnesota leading 84-78. Dinwiddie puts it up, won't go. Kept alive momentarily by Gafford. Out of bounds, they're saying it's Minnesota ball. And the Wolves once again encouraging the coaching staff to challenge. They feel it's last touch by Gafford, and the coaching staff shakes their head and says no.
He was pretty adamant.
6-point ball game. Wolves on top. Williams to inbound it behind his own basket. And Evan Scott is holding up play. So they're making an adjustment on the team fouls. There's 2 team fouls as Kessler Edwards gets loose and lays it in. (84-80) Minnesota. And Alexander Walker couldn't handle the pass, lost it. 6 turnovers now for the Wolves. Dinwiddie, shadowed by Alexander Walker. Loves that step back if he goes to it. Just foul hunting there. No whistle. He's slow to get back defensively. That leaves Dillingham open. No good. Long rebound to Dinwiddie. Leaves it for Prosper. That's an offensive foul. Reed sacrificing the body. And Chris Finch is going to call a timeout with 80 seconds remaining in this third quarter in a tight ball game, 84-80. Credit Nas drawing the offensive foul.
It's a good thing, too, because you look at Daniel Gafford running the floor, and he had Dillingham on him, and that was going to be interesting to see what was going to happen. And so Nas digs in his heels right there and takes the charge. It was kind of a glancing blow. I wasn't 100% sure how that was going to go when it first happened, but Nas did get there early, got his feet set. And Spencer Dinwiddie was a little frustrated, too, because he's been foul hunting the last couple possessions, right? He's been trying to get to the free throw line, so it hasn't worked out for him because Minnesota's been playing really solid defense. So
Alexander Walker fixing the socks. And Wolves did a solid third quarter overall, carried by Conley, Anthony Edwards. 84-80 is our score. Minnesota looking to snap a 2-game losing skid. And they played well on the road this season. Again, they have a better win percentage, the Minnesota Timberwolves do, on the road than they do on their home court at Target Center. Into Dillingham. Dillingham yet to score, 0 for 3. Edwards. On the move, hanging, shot won't go. 60 seconds now to go in this third quarter. Prosper out to Williams with the pump fake, draws the contact. Foul is on the floor. And it's going to be on Alexander Walker, his first. First in the final 2 minutes on Minnesota.
defense by Dillingham to shut down Prosper in the painted area and make that extra pass, but pretty nice little vet move that time by Brandon Williams.
Both teams in the penalty for this final 56 seconds of the third quarter. Williams around a Gafford screen. He is a wall. Bully ball with Gobert. Missed the shot. Gobert comes out of there with it. Knocked down by Gafford. That should be a foul. Right there in the lower leg area is a dangerous play. And Gobert, who is perfect at the free throw line, 6 for 6, will shoot 2.
I mean, that was a big-time matchup in the painted area that time with Daniel Gafford went up.
Third foul on Daniel Gafford.
The defense that Rudy played initially, though, to take on Gafford, it was a battle of the Titans above the rim, right? I mean, it was Gafford was up there, Rudy was up there, and it almost looked like an old battle between Will Chamberlain and Abdul-Jabbar back in the old days. I mean, I'm not sure this is going to even do it justice, how high they were. Good interior defense. Rudy just skied for that rebound, too, to snatch that thing and position it. That's what Chris Finch has been asking for Rudy Gobert to do more on, is to be tough inside. He's not rebounded at the same rate that he normally does, but Rudy's got 6 rebounds in this game. He's had some tough inside play.
Irving gives it up to Prosper. Cutting. Irving got it back. That right-hand floater is deadly.
Pretty good going to his right hand in this game.
14th year in the NBA, still as explosive as he was earlier in his career. 10 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Edwards. Crossover. Stops. Tosses it out to no one. Seven turnovers for Minnesota. And the Mavericks can hold for the final shot of this third quarter. It's been a tight one throughout, despite the Mavericks being so shorthanded. Irving, blocked by Alexander Walker. 0.3 of a second remain. It'll be a very difficult catch and shoot situation for the Mavericks. Bulls want to avoid any lob at the rim. And Prosper cannot get it off in time. The shot doesn't fall anyway. And Minnesota outscoring the Mavericks by 2, 31-29 in that third quarter. Wolves have the most tight ball games decided by 3 points or less in the NBA this season. Will we have another tonight?
It's for you. Do you like it? Charlie, use your new door. Come on, let's go. I said go. Let's go. Silly dog. I'm going to trade you for a cat. Red Bull gives you wings. The new Red Bull Zero is here. 100% wings with monk fruit extract.
Detergent Plus. Say I'm in and see where excitement takes you.
Play the Minnesota Lottery, because anything can happen when you say, I'm in.
Your life sounds pretty great. Don't let a buzz ruin it. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
Save big money with these great deals going on now at Menard. Stay warm with Sherpa throw blankets on sale for just $3.99. Liven up your decor with assorted houseplants starting at only $3.99. Plus, 75-count disinfecting wipes are just $1.99. Lloyd's St. Louis style spare ribs only $11.98. These deals won't last long, so save today. Plus, sign up for Menard's emails to get more big savings right to your inbox.
Save big money at Menards.
A new year and a new adventure with the perfect Chevy to take you anywhere. With pure power unleashed and future-forward technology. Because every mile matters and every path leads to new possibilities. Get $5,250 total cash allowance on this Silverado. Plus, current Chevy owners and lessees get an additional $1,000 cash allowance when you purchase. Visit ChevyDealOnline.com.
Hey.
Minnesota Timberwolves basketball on FanDuel Sports Network is brought to you by Lexus. Experience amazing at your Twin Cities Lexus dealer. And by Mayo Clinic, official medical provider of the Timberwolves. You know where to go. Back here at American Airlines Center, 4-point ball game. The Timberwolves have had 13 games this season decided by 3 points or less. This is game number 44. They had 13 such games all of last season. Will we see that yet again? Or will the Wolves find a way to pull away here in this fourth quarter?
Wolves particularly need to get better at home. I mean, that's Rudy's first. This is the 44th game, as you mentioned. Minnesota is 10-10 at home. And they actually have a winning record on the road. I mean, they're 11-10 on the road. So, and I say this, I've been saying this for years, and especially when Minnesota was in a drought, that you know you turn the corner when you win your home games. And Wolves have dropped a lot of close games, a lot of one-possession games at Target Center. We're going to get some opportunities coming up. Minnesota's going to see some home games. We've been on the road a lot. And even the home games have been road games for Minnesota during the stretch.
Fourth quarter underway. Conley. 1-3. No good. That's his first miss of the night. Alexander Walker, the offensive board. Reed, money.
They need that. Minnesota's bench had not done much in this game.
Remember, Kyrie Irving had 15 in the fourth quarter of the last meeting between these two teams in this building. Washington, he's had a strong game. Outside to Edwards, back to Dinwiddie. Dinwiddie. Alexander Walker all over him. Pull up, air ball, shot clock violation, 11th turnover for the Mavericks.
And you see it all the time with Nikhil. He's just 1 of 4 in the game. He hasn't made a 3 yet. He's got 2 points, but it's possessions like that that makes him so valuable. To have a Jaden McDaniels and a Nikhil Alexander Walker give you that kind of output defensively.
Reed,
another great screen by Nikhil. Those 2 threes in a row. Nikhil helped him out on both of them.
Reed up to nearly 14 points per game for the Wolves. He's been crushing it in January. Washington. Oh, the teardrop over Gobert, who was there. 92-84. Alexander Walker lost it out of bounds.
Watch the way that Nikhil curls and screens. Nas was that time. Did a great job.
Irving forced to give it up to Edwards. Outside Washington, good on a 3.
Killer. And to get ready to blow the lid off this game all of a sudden, and PJ makes a tough shot over the top of Gobert, and now a 3.
25 points for PJ Washington. Alexander Walker on the attack again. That time it drops. He entered the game 3 for 20 from the field in his last 2 ball games. Off a shoe picked up by McDaniels. 2-on-2. McDaniels off the window.
This has been a whale of a game for Jaden McDaniels on both ends. Saying that he picks up the foul here, it's such marginal contact and looked like in transition with Dinwiddie.
For what he's been hunting the whole game. You were mentioning Jaden McDaniels. He has 19 points, 7 of 14 shooting from the floor. And you mentioned his prowess on the defensive side of the ball as well.
Could have been an and one situation there with Spencer Dinwiddie in transition. Dinwiddie kind of gives Jaden a little bump on his way. Jaden sidestepping him, and he kind of moved his body into it and made contact.
Starting to see more consistency from Jaden McDaniels. Much needed. Washington, no good. Reed getting up for the board. His 6th of the ball game to go with 12 points. Alexander Walker, quick trigger. Cash money. Timeout Dallas. What an explosion to start this fourth quarter by Minnesota. 13-5 in this fourth and a 7-0 run.
You sure you're gonna be okay? I'll be fine. Fine. Hi. Hey, how are you guys? We're getting by. Great.
You never want to lose your edge. This is an SUV that really understands that. The Lexus RX.
Get special offers on select Lexus RX models.
Hey,
Thanks. What'd you get?
Oh, I got another sleeve. Hey, did you know that Discover doubles your cash back at the end of the first year?
You are cut off.
You earn, we match.
Debbie.
Unlimited cashback match.
Gail, look at your little boo. What happened?
On the Saturdays.
Okay, you got to be careful, okay?
I know.
And let's get you off your feet. We're going to get your Medicare prescriptions delivered.
Get help with your Medicare prescription right in your neighborhood.
Let's clip their wings, Wolves fans. The Wolves host the Atlanta Hawks on Monday, January 27th at Target Center, and you need to be there to bring the energy. Get your tickets now at timberwolves.com/tickets.
Dad was a farmer. When I saw him on a horse, the guy was bigger than life. One of the things that he had a hard time doing was showing the emotion. Maybe it was because the way he was raised, or believing that men provide and they don't struggle. But we all struggle. I want to show emotion to my kids. I want them to know when I'm happy. I want them to know when I'm sad. And I want them to see me working through things. The biggest reward I get from being a dad is watching my kids accomplish a goal, watching them light up. Nothing brings a bigger smile to my face. So I make my kids a priority. Whether it's hitting a baseball, a dance rehearsal, you name it, I'm there. They're going to remember that they grew up loved. Be brave. Be there every day. And allow your kids to know that it's okay to struggle. That even dad doesn't know the answer sometimes, but we're going to figure it out together.
Conley, 16 points, 8 assists, 4 rebounds, Michael. And again, how about being willing to box out Daniel Gafford on a roll right here? So Mike's going to put a body on Daniel Gafford, and Naz Reid is going to circle behind him right here. And because Mike does that, engages Daniel Gafford, doesn't allow him to time up that offensive rebound, and Naz comes down, gets the rebound, and it leads to the three-point shot by Nikhil. So you say, why does Chris Finch keep going back to Mike Conley all the time? That's why. It's plays like that. And it's all the little stuff that might go by the wayside. Your fans don't always notice those little things, but it's that little attention to detail in the game plan that you love that Mike Conley does, and he does it all the time.
He's now 9th in the NBA in assist to turnover ratio. Under 10 on the clock for Kyrie Irving. Prosper dribbles out of trouble. Shot clock winding down. I don't know if they're aware. Prosper got it off, and it's another shot clock violation. 13 turnovers for the Mavericks. Again, this is the final regular season meeting between these two teams. A win tonight, and they'll swap in the standings. The Mavericks are currently 7th at 23 and 20. The Wolves are 22 and 21.
Minnesota moving the basketball here with Anthony Edwards on the bench and able to move the basketball for profit. And doing a great job here of playing against the switching concept of the Mavericks.
Naz Reid can't get it to go, and Prosper flies in for the rebound. It's 4 rebounds for Prosper. I feel like he's been everywhere. Irving double teamed in the corner. Leaves it for Gafford. Gafford bricking the floater.
I love the bracketing that time that Mike and Nikhil went into with Kyrie Irving. Got the ball in his hands.
Reid on the logo, can't hit. Yeah, be proactive defensively. Kyrie Irving is a killer out there on the floor. On an island now with Alexander Walker. McDaniels came up to help. Irving goes the other way, kisses it off the window. He's a problem.
He's a problem.
10-point ball game. Lob up top. Gobert couldn't handle it. Got it back. Tosses it out to McDaniels. 10 on the shot clock. McDaniels having a brilliant game. Step throw blocked by Gafford. Washington tripped. Gafford sets up Irving. No good on the 3. McDaniels climbing the ladder for the rebound.
Like getting in there, getting that strip on Gafford in transition.
Reid the Euro. Can't get the bounce. Out of bounds. Dallas ball.
Third back. Dinwiddie and Kleba are going to come back into the game for Dallas. 7:16 to go here. Ant is getting a nice little break over there. Julius Randle, same thing.
Now, Wolves able to get some extension on this lead with those two sitting on the bench. Some great energy to start this fourth quarter. Mavs still dangerous. Kleba, he's been good tonight. Timeout, Minnesota. Yeah, he's a threat from three-point range. That little pump and drive worked to perfection by Kleba, who has 10 points off the bench tonight. Eight assists for Kyrie Irving. 8-point ball game.
Oh, hi, Travis.
Hey, Rod, I hate to ask, but your Connecticut water makes the best ice.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Thanks, buddy.
Oh, Trav.
I need to keep these soft and white.
Oh, you know where it is.
It's an emergency. I can't explain it, but Daisy needs a bath.
Travis, get your own Connecticut.
Well, girl, looks like it's time to get our own Connecticut system.
Connecticut, the world's most efficient water treatment system.
Rod, do you have the number?
Now's the time for a great deal on a new Honda. It's time for a different kind of power. Whether you choose an electric Honda or a hybrid. From the Kelley Blue Book Best Overall EV and Hybrid brand. Right now, you can get a 3.49% APR on a 2025 CR-V hybrid.
On Underdog, you can make picks and win money by picking higher or lower on your favorite players all season. And you can win up to 1,000 times your money. We're laughing everybody. Sign up now and you'll get up to $1,000 in bonus credit with your first deposit. Download Underdog now to claim your offer.
What you got to say?
New Bounce. We got now. Meet Jonathan Thompson, an international travel writer on a mission to discover the most dynamic adrenaline-fueled destinations on the planet. Tune in to join Jonathan as he explores the world's best adventure cities.
Vicks VapoStick provides soothing, non-medicated Vicks vapors. Easy to apply for the whole family. Vicks VapoStick. And try new Vapo Shower Max for steamy Vicks vapors.
And this is...
This? Oh, you mean this? This is how I watch the Bucks, Thunder, the Wolves, not missing a thing.
We just got NBA League Pass. You can pick from so many live games, watch up to 4 at the same time, and get home and away streams with your favorite announcers. Not missing a thing.
But can it do this?
Nope.
99-91 our score, 7:07 to go in the fourth. Our Grand Casino story of the game, upcoming schedule. First game of Rivals Week for Minnesota. Wolves with Nuggets, Hawks, and Suns coming up. The Nuggets are also a part of Rivals Week. They game at 2 o'clock on ABC. Did you hear Michael Malone last night, Jim Pete? Asked about Rivals Week, kind of dismissed it. He said, I don't think I looked at any team as a rival in my time as head coach of the Nuggets, and that includes the Minnesota Timberwolves, who Chris Finch said before the game, no, I consider Denver a rival. Feel like we play them every other day. Now, to be fair with Michael Malone, Jim Pete, his father was Brendan Malone, who was an assistant coach of those Pistons teams. And that was in the no blood, no foul days.
You're talking about probably at the height of, I mean, the 80s and 90s were the height of, you know, the rivalries that were real and all over the league. Boy, what a pass that, what a steal that time. Like Dinwiddie sniffed that one out right away.
Mavericks trying to sneak back into this one. Dinwiddie to the rim. Edwards back out there on the floor with Julius Randle. And Chris Finch also calls this matchup a rivalry after the Mavericks, in his words, kicked our butt last season. Edwards once again drawing a crowd over to McDaniels. McDaniels stops, turns, puts it in. 21 for Jaden McDaniels.
You know, part of the reason why rivalries become rivalries is you win and lose. You know, you can't just be dominated by a team. It has to be a rivalry. Nasri does not understand why the foul was called on him guarding P.J. Washington. They're trying to settle him down. when Jaden and Julius Randle are the voice of reason for you, you know you better just relax a little bit. He just wants an explanation.
We had to fight through McDaniels and Randall to get to Evan Scott to try to get that explanation. And Reed is still heated. And Nate Green on the opposite end of the floor. Okay, Nate Green, just reading lips. Nate Green recited what Nas Reed said that led to the technical foul.
Nas needs to relax, man. I mean, seriously.
Quick Grimes on there.
There becomes a point when everybody's trying to tell you to relax. I mean, you need to just hurt your team at that point. This is not good for Minnesota. He's giving him a point.
And emotions got the better of Nas Reed, even though he had a brilliant ball game late in that Memphis ball game. Look at Reed fighting through so he can say something. Oh, he said the magic words. And even though Nate Green was on the opposite end of the floor, he had a straight-on view to see what Nas Reed was saying. It is a 4-point ball game. And an offensive foul is now called on Julius Randle. And the tide is turning.
This is what Minnesota's done here over the past month. They've lost all these close games by building a lead. Chris Finch is going to bring back Mike Conley here to relax Nas Reed, to sit him down. You want to play in crunch time if you're Nas. I mean, you have to control your emotions. But what that is, though, is that now you're not as potent of an offensive team without Nas Reed. Spacing's different.
Oh, come on, Kyrie.
With the splash. 1-point ball game.
And when it comes down to possessions like this, you have to have people that can score the basketball.
Edwards gives it up to McDaniels. Conley in the corner. Back on the floor to calm things down. Shot clock winding down. Conley, the drive, the right-hand floater rolls out. Randall fighting for the loose ball, draws a foul. Irving with 26 points. P.J. Washington has matched his season high with 28. And the Mavericks on a 13-2 run. Sound familiar?
Great job. First three-point make.
Step back three. No. Racing in for the offensive board. Extra hustle for the Wolves. Edwards got the lay-in. Timeout Dallas.
Chris Finch talked.
now with 20 points, his 36 20-point game of the season. And Minnesota now with a little bit more of a cushion than what's become a nail biter all of a sudden. Minnesota trying to snap a 2-game losing skid. As you see the scoring leaders for Minnesota.
Jade McDaniels has not led Minnesota in scoring this season. He has led them in rebounds a couple of times. In fact, he did it last game against Memphis.
Done on the offensive end tonight. Well, both ends of the floor. And doing it in front of Travis Hunter, one of the best two-way guys in here in college football. And the Heisman Trophy winner. 106-100. Crowd has come alive here in this fourth quarter at American Airlines Center, and the whistle blows. Foul on Julius Randle. It's going to be his third 13th foul on Minnesota.
We're not in crunch time, technically. It's 6-point game. Oh, Mike got over there, and let's just see. He's quit Grimes. He got here. Maybe a little contact in the chest with his left arm that time, but kept that right hand away. That's kind of weak in my estimation.
And this one is not really worth challenging. See the numbers for Kyrie Irving tonight.
Pretty quiet in here.
Knocks down the first as we get a word from Grant Casino.
When you're with Grand Casino, points, perks, and privileges come faster.
This is a welcome strong ball game at home for Kyrie Irving, who's averaging 21 points here in Dallas, but 27 points on the road.
Right elbow catch to allow him to drive left once all the action happens.
15 points for Randall. Irving looking for daylight. Takes out to Grimes. No good on the three. What a pass. Irving put that on a platter for Grimes. His first game back, coming back from back spasms. McDaniels catching the lob from Edwards. 26 for McDaniels. Mavericks caught sleeping. Cleveland. Over to Washington. Washington's had a big ball game. Tied up. Lost the ball. Out of bounds. And it's Minnesota ball. How about Randall? Got a hand in the cookie jar, leading to the P.J. Washington turnover.
Big McDaniels has been nothing short of amazing in this game. They get to come all the way across and completely lose track of Jade McDaniels and just throw the dime. Yeah, Minnesota tough defense right here. Mike's situation.
So you heard Pat Freyer's voice. The Mavericks are challenging. And this is gut check time for the Mavericks. They've shown some fight in this ball game without 7 key players, including Luka Doncic, Derek Lively the second, who is going to be out the next 2 to 3 months. Here's a look at the play, Jim. Should have been a tie. I don't know why they changed it.
I mean, they're saying that
Maybe
Mike is fouling PJ here, which I could see that. The right hand on his back that time kind of pulled him down a little bit. I could see them calling that, but
if the officials view that it's not a foul, that it's a Mavericks turnover, and Timberwolves ball with an 8-point lead with 3:21 to go in regulation.
so crossover move by PJ.
Edwards and Nas talking up again. Nas had to go to the bench, got let his emotions get the better of him. It's the second straight game where Nas had to take a seat. Yeah, late for getting fired up with disagreement over. Well, legendary.
Finally get their hands on the ball. And the ball last touched Kleber before going out of bounds. Therefore, this is going to be an unsuccessful challenge. Play will be resumed with Minnesota ball on the baseline. And the timeout is charged to Dallas.
I think we would agree with that call. Again, marginal contact, not much there with the right hand for Mike Conley, left hand on the ball. Same thing with Julius Randle. So it's Minnesota ball, 14 turnovers for the Dallas Mavericks. And the Timberwolves. Taking his time. Into Edwards, and it's last touch by the Mavericks. 11 seconds on the shot clock. And Chris Finch is going to call timeout to draw something up. Wolves have outscored the Mavericks by 4 here in the period. Mavericks into this game against 7th in the Western Conference standings. There's just 2 games separating the Timberwolves currently in that 9 spot, with the Lakers currently in the 6th spot. 2.5 games behind the 5th place Clippers. So even though the Wolves have been hovering around 500, they're still within striking distance of where they want to be, which is out of that play-in scenario.
You look at the Dallas Mavericks. This is only a 3-game series with the Dallas Mavericks. It's not a 4-game series. So this is the most important game right now because it's going to give Minnesota a 2-1 advantage in tiebreakers. So in the series where you kind of, you dominated the series with the Clippers. So right now you've got, if Minnesota gets this win, they would have the series lead against Dallas and the Clippers. It's 3-0 with the Clippers, and we still got a lot of games to be played here. I mean, there's a lot of things that are still happening. We've only played OKC once. We're 1-2 with Portland. Don't imagine that. So I mean, like there's just all kinds of things at play here for Minnesota. It's tight in the Western Conference. Got to win these little tiebreakers. It's important.
Edwards leaves it for Randall. No foul. Oh, late whistle. Dave Green is going to be enemy number 1 here at American Airlines Center. Late whistle, but I think it's the right call.
He did give Nas Reed a technical foul, but Julius Randle, everybody was like up in arms when the ball wasn't called. Good dump off by Ant here. Great second jump by Daniel Gafford, and you see Julius Randle get raked on the arm that time. Right there. I mean, it dislodges the basketball. Easy call.
With these two free throws, the Wolves are going to set their season high for free throw attempts in a ball game. As Randall can't hit the first, just the second free throw miss out of 27 attempts tonight. Wolves fans, we told you it wouldn't last. Time is running out on tonight's box office buyout. FanDuel Sports Network is offering you $10 200 level tickets, courtesy of FanDuel Sports Network, when the Wolves take on the Hawks Monday night at Target Center. Head to Timberwolves.com/FDSN right now. Deal will wrap up after the postgame show.
You're a lot better about a 9-point lead versus an 8-point lead.
There you go. Under 3 minutes to go now in regulation. For three. No good. McDaniels tried to keep it alive, and now Randall and Gafford are going to jump it up, and neither guy wants to let go of it.
What a sequence by Julius Randle. I mean, completely standing up Daniel Gafford, not allowing him to be crab dribbled into the painted area. This is the strength of Julius Randle, then just takes it from him.
Look at
it. And then Julius at the other end, after Gafford grabs the rebound, ties him up. Jaden was right there, too.
Of Anthony Edwards out of bounds. Like Randall's strategy there, trying to get to it quick. And a velocity on that one. Here's Kyrie Irving. Coach pushed it off the window, but he's fouled. And the Wolves in the penalty the rest of the way.
And they're trying to corral him. Julius kind of lets Kyrie out of jail that time. They were sending him to his right hand.
He has that ball on a yo-yo.
Really, it's a difficult thing, because if you're Julius Randle and you get too far outside to his right hand, he's going to split. I mean, he's just going to put the ball on the deck and split you that time. And like he's just as good going left too. He's just too crafty with the basketball. So I can understand why you don't want to overcommit.
And it's the dangers of defending a three-level score. I mean, you have to respect his three-point shooting ability, and one little heavy down the stretch. Conley back to Randall. Randall driving on Grafford, tosses it up. No, Irving the rebound. Full head of steam the other way. Washington strip, and then smacked off of Irving, who saves it. With 1:53 to go, 5 fouls now on Julius Randle. And yeah, holding on to that left shoulder of Daniel Gafford. Gafford is a 68% foul shooter.
Rudy's going to go back to the bench. I think she has thought twice because he's trying to skid Rudy in for defense, but I believe he kind of pushed Rudy back, but Rudy's still staying there. So
Bears just hanging out.
Mm-hmm.
Five-point ball.
The jump with him, he's right in the paint. He's got to knock down that midi. It's right in his wheelhouse.
5 on the shot clock. Gobert back to Edwards. Clock winding down. Edwards going to have to fire. Got it off. Can't hit. Rebound. Gafford. 2-possession game. Late Dallas fans rising to their feet. Dinwiddie. Hands off the grind. Irving, long three. No, Gafford offensive board. Washington. Size advantage over Conley. Missed the shot. Got it back. 1-possession game. Under a minute to go.
Rudy's got to grab that rebound with 2 hands. He tried to direct it.
Edwards. Defended by Dinwiddie. On the drive. The floater. Nobody's fouled.
2.9 on the 24-second shot clock right here.
Brown hates the call, but there's nothing the Mavericks can do about it.
Nope.
They have challenges. 5th foul on P.J. Washington. And pressure free throws for Anthony Edwards, who gave the Wolves breathing room on Christmas Day with a layup with 18 seconds remaining. That provided the necessary cushion for the win. That first free throw made it a 2-possession game. 1 more coming. Edwards can't hit the second, his first miss of the night. 4-point ball game. Irving down the lane. Left the lane, no. Battle for the ball. Washington out to Grimes. Grimes driving on Conley. Out to Irving for 3. Good.
Bless the ball.
They're going to review it. They have to stop the clock right away to see if it's a 2 or a 3. It matters.
At the moment, it's a 1-point ball game. With the shot clock off, it's now a free throw game for Minnesota.
It's under review. Looked like to me he was behind the line. He out of bounds.
That heel
Stayed up off the floor.
Stayed above off the floor. Wow, that's about as close as it gets.
It's above.
Oh my goodness.
The great shooters, they stay on their toes in those kind of situations.
Upon review,
Put their
this heel does not touch out of bounds. Therefore, this is a successful 3-point field goal.
By the way, that's a good look, good eye there by Nate Green. Just wanted to take another look at it because it was that close. Again, it's a free throw ball game now. You have to take care of it. You have to knock down your free throws. The Wolves are 27 for 30 at the free throw line tonight. 2 of those 3 misses have come here in the 4th quarter. Randall to work it into Conley.
Oh,
He goes down. Randall picks it up. Back to Conley. Up ahead, Alexander Walker. Alexander Walker back to Conley. And Conley is fouled. Oh, the Mavs had opportunities with Randall bringing it up the floor, then with Alexander Walker. Maybe to foul either of those 2 guys. Conley's going to have to deliver here. But he is an 89% foul shooter on the season. Near disaster there.
Mavericks don't have any timeouts left. So whatever they're going to do, they got to do right now. Chris Finch, is he going to foul right here in this situation?
When you have someone as dangerous as number 11 for the Mavericks, that's something you have to take into strong consideration.
Or even let him catch the basketball. If I could deny him the catch back. If I'm Anthony Edwards, just don't let him catch it. But
Conley knocks down the free throws. 3-point ball game. It's in the hands of the dangerous Kyrie Irving. Under 10 seconds And two big free throws coming to ice it for Jaden McDaniels on a 26-point night to go with 8 rebounds. Wolves get a stop, and they're 3 seconds away from coming out with the victory.
There were a lot of people who wrote this game off because they saw all the injuries to the Dallas Mavericks, but it's been a whale of a game. Kyrie Irving has been unbelievable. Anthony Edwards has been really solid. It's really been the Jaden McDaniels game. It's really been about Jaden.
Oh, now this is a very important free throw.
Yes, it is.
And Chris Finch is going to call timeout.
Again, they're not going to I don't think they're going to let Dallas squeeze the trigger and shoot a 3. If he misses this free throw, I just can't imagine Chris Finch would give him a chance to throw it up the floor and shoot him.
Again, no timeouts left for the Mavericks, so on a missed free throw, they would have to go the length of the floor for a desperation play. Going back to that last three-point attempt by Kyrie Irving, who was attempting to tie it up. The patience that Anthony Edwards had to not fall for the initial fake.
Oh yeah, get the phone.
But just a solid play defensively there against the guy that he calls his favorite point guard ever.
And so you're right. I mean, Andrews kind of stayed down. He guarded him tough, contested the shot. Didn't get into his airspace where Kyrie could have come down on Ant's foot.
That is not easy to defend. But Edwards played it well, and here we are. McDaniels at the free throw line. One more free throw. Off a miss. Keep an eye on Kyrie Irving. 3 seconds remaining. And McDaniels calmly knocks down the free throw. And Chris Finch,
I just get away.
Instructions. Ticking time bomb. Stay away from him.
Oh,
Irving hit the shot. It will count at the moment,
it's 1 point.
but not enough. Minnesota had to find some energy in this ball game and come out on top. 115-114, the final score. A move ahead of the Mavericks in the standings. They win the regular season head-to-head series 2-1. If these two teams see each other again, it will have to come in the postseason. 21 points from Anthony Edwards, but the Wolves led tonight by that man. Slim, 27 points for Jaden McDaniels.